stream.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Because it's bullshit hour, we're here, and as my wife said, we can never start on time.
We try. I'm just staging this down here before I bring the dog.
Oh, Erica.
Lower the
Can you move the
chaos.
curtain behind you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how am I on this side?
You're good on that side.
Okay. I bumped it earlier, so.
Good.
We'll have to adjust it on Micah's
Micah's
side,
side.
but,
Nice.
you know, that's,
Michael will be.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this album.
I do like
Let
that.
me take
Yeah?
the dog out and then I'll be down. See you guys in about 10.
A sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I think so.
Robo.
hello,
Is it-
Melody!
Is this gonna be a slightly edgier Eldwin?
Brooding in the
No.
corner.
See, I on one hand that would be fun. On the other hand,
I need to go get
just a stupidly compassionate sneaky boy.
I do love that. I do love that.
Yeah, like sneaking children candy.
I do love that. That's the thing is I need the dichotomy. I need the tasty.
Hey, Boops is here! And so
because,
is my
like,
wife.
Here's the thing: is like even if he was an edgy boy, the humor would still be there because it's Aldwin, right?
Yeah.
Like inherently, Aldwin is
An idiot.
an idiot,
Yeah.
and it's rife for humor.
Yeah.
So it would be edgy and funny. It would be Ghost. But I do love I love a compassionate sneaky boy.
Yeah.
I love a very lovey-dovey sneaky
So one of my favorite tropes that I have yet to try playing as a character, and I really want to, is a character who's like really like closed off and like he seems like he's constantly upset like all the time. And he like talks about his wife in the past tense, so everyone just assumes like
She's dead or
she's
something?
dead. And then the party like
No,
finally
he just
meets his
misses
wife,
her.
and he's like, "My wife!" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you?"
So, have you guys seen the, probably not, it's a newer Disney movie called Strange World?
I haven't seen this.
I don't watch Disney.
I know. That's why I immediately realized, wow, I'm probably one of the first people to watch Disney movies at this table simply because of my wife.
I mean, I watched most of them. I haven't gotten to. It came out right when I got really into Ghost. I haven't been able to watch fucking anything. If
Okay.
I'm sitting in my computer, I am listening to the band.
So, it's not really a spoiler since, like, it's pretty tropey. His dad's an explorer, and he ends
And
up
he
going...
disappears.
Yeah, he disappears.
And then they find him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even have
That's
to
in the
say.
trailers.
I literally didn't have to say anything about it. But there's this particular part where they're talking about the protagonist's mother, the explorer's wife. It's like, Mom moved on. He's like, what? She's not dead. She
Jesus.
remarried.
I can still hear her voice.
I can still hear her voice. Shut
Ano-
I'm dead.
Another one of my favorite tropes is where like two characters will be divorced, but they're still like antagonistic best friends.
Oh yes, that's also a very good one.
Don't let Disney hear you say you don't watch Disney. They'll take it as a challenge and start buying out all your favorite series.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not fucking
The
wrong.
day Disney buys EA, I think is the time the antitrust laws finally hit them.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Because they'd be buying back the rights to Star Wars for games. So yeah, I genuinely think if Disney tried to buy EA, that
The government would be like, hold on.
No, they were wait, because does EA own the rights to Star Wars, or are they just
They own the
or
right-
They license them.
For games, right?
they own the rights to the games.
Yeah.
Okay.
That has actually been a point of contention with Disney, because
Because Disney owns the IP as a whole and all of the extended universe plot
Right.
stuff.
Right, except for the games.
But the games contain extended universe plot stuff. They have to.
But remember,
most of the games they're making now don't have any plot. They're multiplayer games.
Oh.
yeah.
It's EA. it's games as a service. You
Yeah.
just they don't care about
That's
story. They
fair.
just want people to beat each other up.
Star Wars Battlefront! Just
Yeah. But I say EA because EA owns BioWare.
Yeah. At the same time, might help them.
No.
Just saying. Oh,
I
well.
do not want the Mass Effect universe Disney-fied.
But
Yeah.
Disney Princess Shepherd.
Did they not do that Jedi Fallen Order game?
That was EA, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That had story. That was a whole thing.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention much to Star Wars, though.
Yeah.
We
Well,
kind of lost our Star Wars nerd.
So, at this,
I like some of the extended. Like, I love The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
I love The Mandalorian.
so I think with the games is there's certain elements obviously they're allowed to use just because it's Star Wars and you can't really make a Star Wars game without
Right.
certain things. But a lot of their plots are wholly original. What was it? It was the one with Star Killer in it. I can't remember. It was
for her satanic wiles. This one set me on an hour-long research binge once.
Of course it did.
no.
I just wanted to know what Hypatia meant.
No,
That's
not-
all.
No, not Soul Calibur 4.
Who's in chat?
Boobs.
Boops! Boops tried to send me a meme, and then I went along with it, and then they never responded to me.
I think she's good. She's ignoring me.
Okay, it was The Force Unleashed.
I'm going to go grab my
Yes.
drinks now.
I
Okay,
even pat
thank
her
you,
and
Mel.
she ignored me.
I was hoping that that's what would happen if I put the bow down first.
Yeah. Yeah, she zooped right by me.
Yeah, the whole thing with The Force Awakens was that Darth Vader had a secret apprentice named Starkiller. And
Oh, I
that's
think my
who you-
brother played that.
And that's who you play as. That was one of the first places that you could get the black lightsaber. Or the dark saber, I guess.
Yeah, Darksaber.
Which was immediately the one I went for because I thought it looked fucking awesome.
Of course
Because
you
you're
did.
a fucking edgelord.
Yeah. My brother did play that game. It looked interesting.
Yeah, it was really just a game of, here, be a really powerful...
Be a Mary Stu, Gary Stu for a little bit. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and wreck your way through the Star Wars universe because you're good, bad... I don't remember the plot.
Yeah,
There was a plot, but
Yeah,
it
there was
basically...
also a mechanic like Paragon and Renegade where you can go more light side, dark side, or gray.
Katie's like, I like Disney things. I don't like things owned by Disney, like Star Wars and Marvel.
I wonder when BioWare will make another one, because BioWare has rights to the Star Wars universe, too.
Right, Mel, there's... The only reason I know about The Force Awakened, or The Force Unleashed, not Force Awakens, is because it was just one of those random games that I thought looked cool and I rented it, so...
Yeah, I was with my brother too. He just rented it.
Even though I think I own it now because I didn't get very far when I rented it, and it was one of the few games I was like, I actually want to keep playing this, because... Be it all
Someday I'll beat a game.
With both games, they were dumb fun. Yes, Mel. I will agree. An unhealthy
Need to
obsession with
resurface
Final
this soon.
Fantasy XIV. And then just never
What
brought
that
it back
was.
to Blockbuster, and
know
then
what I
they
just did.
imploded.
I don't know why I did that.
I do not have any Blockbuster cases at my house. You can't prove anything.
I have
Hey, Katie, do us a favor.
I have one of the original
Agreed, Mel.
Netflix DVD cases from when Netflix still sent out DVDs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still have my Blockbuster card.
That's
By the way.
that's how old my Netflix account is.
Fuck yeah.
Wonder if I've hit thousands of dollars spent on Netflix yet.
Probably.
I know I have.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Ow.
They gave me Glass Onion.
I burped in
Pays
carbonation.
for however
I
much we
thought
spent.
that was a different song.
Glass
for a
Onion was
second.
so good.
What?
I thought that was a completely different sound. My brain parsed that as like there was a bird here, and I was like,
And you were like, hello?
I was like, I'm not ready for this.
No, just me singing.
The neighbor's chickens were in the yard again. So
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, they were yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, and Nami saw them before I did, but I saw them in time to plant my feet and hold on, and just let her tire herself out, and then was able to redirect her the other way. But I was like, oh shit, as soon as I saw them.
Oh no. Locke's discovered something.
Yeah, I did.
So, something Melody just told me. So in Praetorium, they got rid of the Gaius line of how glib.
What?
Yeah. With this recent patch.
Why?
I don't know. Because they're trying to slim down Praetorium some more so it's not 6 hours long.
Severi says, I remember renting movies as a kid, but by the time I had moved out, a lot of the stores had already started closing. I was still renting movies from Family Video until I was, like, in my very early 20s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh no, Boops is in on it too. Praetorium is the worst, they say.
Because I used to, when I was in Texas, I had a little portable DVD player.
For whom do you
Because a lot of
fight?
places down there you don't get a cell signal,
great
so I would just
resistance.
bring a portable DVD player and watch movies while I was out waiting on things.
Hey, I have a missed phone call from you.
Yeah, you do. Because I was walking up to the front door when you shut it, and I thought I heard the lock turn. And I thought you locked me out. And I was like, God damn it.
It was, in fact, just Tappy Feet.
Just Happy Feet. This is Alduin every time he appears in a new place.
When Vox first walked in and
Not a
Nami
single
saw
brain
them,
cell.
there was a moment where she almost
Just-
held her shit together and she just did like a full, like, 8-click tappy
Like little
with all of her
tappies.
feet.
Well, tappies.
And then she froze and I was like, oh, good. Not so.
Just little tappies.
She's got something today?
A fresh bone.
Oh no.
So there's meaty bits on it.
Alright, so if you hear any wet, sloppy mouth sounds,
Or
it is
like
the dog.
flesh ripping sounds. Also normal.
Also normal.
For legal reasons, we have to specify that it is the dog.
Yeah. There's at least one little ridge of it that's like got a nice hunk of
Stuff on it.
yeah.
What's our proficiency bonus at this level?
Oh, shit. That character
5.
sheet's still fucked up.
You guys think I
Y'all
remember?
gotta it has been fucked up for like 2 years. My friend.
Well, at this point, it's a debate if we should at this point. Because,
Oh yeah, true.
yeah.
I know they've gone and changed their minds now, but
That's
Yeah, that
still-
was,
So,
It's telling that they proposed it in the first place.
Yeah.
So, for everyone at home who is not aware, and of course this was going to come up, Wizards of the Coast released an OGL thing that was going to complicate everything. It was also going to... it was a money grab.
big old money grab.
Literally, the company said it themselves. They're like, yeah, D&D is under-monetized. So we are actually looking at changing systems, which we will let you know in the future what that's going to be like. So, but until we hear more, gonna keep chugging along, because it's going to take time. Yay, depressing news!
Yay.
Yeah.
what's funny is they didn't even release it. It was leaked.
I don't believe that it was,
I do, because there was emails floating around from someone that works at WotC that was going, I don't think you understand. I love D&D,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
are poisoning it.
yeah. Also, to me, this has been a breath of fresh air because for once the community has been all together on something.
Just don't bring up anything else.
Yep.
No.
We're gonna take it while we have it.
Yes.
For now.
Yes.
On lighter news, I got a new cat. He's very cute.
He screams,
He got
but only at Erica, and I'm upset. I want him to scream at me.
Okay, Erica,
I haven't
you
seen
gotta
him
complain.
today.
He's not new. He's used.
No!
Roughly used, even. They broke a leg off of him.
A new cat is called a kitten.
Pictures, I demand. I can put some in the. We're gonna go spam the Nerdlopedia
Yeah.
chat.
Yes.
He does. He is missing a leg.
Yeah, he is missing a leg.
Tripod.
His side is still shaved, so there you could see the.
He's naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little
You
naked.
mean they had abusive owners?
Oh
No.
no.
He was a stray.
He had nerve damage in that leg.
And it was not going to heal. So his name is Shiro.
All right, I'm sending all 8 of the pictures that I have.
And then there's like some that I have been posting all week.
Yep, here we go.
There some Discord's about to blow up for pictures of Hero.
Here, look at our new cat. We love him.
He's-
Also, I'm slipping in one of my cats sleeping cutely.
He's going to be an absolute cuddle monster, we believe, by the time he is
Comfy.
comfy, like fully comfy. He's already fairly comfy. As comfy as, like, more comfy than I thought he would be.
He's adjusting well.
Thank you. Words are very hard. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. He's also like 10 pounds, so he's a pretty big boy.
He's 10.5 pounds, and that's with the missing leg.
Well, he would have been 11 pounds then.
Yeah.
They just wanted to
Baby.
take a one-off.
25% off discount.
Well, his adoption fee was free, but that's because on Tuesdays at the shelter, all adult cat adoptions are free. They waive the
Sorry.
charge.
Oh, right. Like, I usually just
And he tries to like do the cute kitty roll, but when he's like pushing off with like his side with the missing leg, it doesn't
go as well.
often work. He's still adjusting to that leg being missing. It was amputated back in November.
I was gonna say he.
Wasn't it? No.
No, December.
Yeah, December 14th.
December 14th, sorry.
I was
He was
gonna-
brought in November.
I was
Yeah.
gonna. I was gonna say because
He's
probably
on 1 month without leg.
he's
Yeah.
probably still experiencing phantom limb.
Yeah. So he dual wiggle a lot, and it's very cute.
Yeah, he's been doing this thing where
He just like
instead of he wants to get closer to you, but instead of like walking towards you, he lays down and
He judo
pushes
shrimps.
himself across the floor.
He's still figuring it out.
He fully just judo shrimps his way across the floor.
it's very cute.
A new form of transportation.
I kind of hope
Tripping.
he continues to do it. It's very cute. I just need him to shrimp at Lanka if they become friends. She's like, what are you doing?
She shrimps around sometimes.
I shrimp around sometimes.
Same.
Alrighty. So it is 8:05 for us.
We're so sorry.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Listen, it's been so long since I've been here because I missed the last 2 sessions that you guys played.
It has been.
Because you weren't feeling good or you were at work or.
The holiday season sort of just kicked our ass.
Yeah. It really did.
Alright. So, first of all, hello and welcome to the Sandy Hydra Tavern. Bullshit time is,
Still in
yeah, it's gonna be
still
all
in
day.
motion.
But the regularly scheduled bullshit hour.
But to be fair, anytime me and Vox are together, it's bullshit hour.
That's true.
Because at some point I'm gonna do something
everyone
stupid,
who I
and then
killed-
Vox is going to scream and slap me.
Yeah.
We try though. That's
There
the
was
worst
a point when
part.
we like were this close to starting on time,
There
and
was one day we were all on time.
And the computer hated us.
uh-huh.
No, we actually started on time. There was one time we started exactly on time.
And nobody was here. Like, none of the viewers were here. So technically, we didn't actually start playing on time because
We started early.
Yeah.
How many years of doing D&D? Oh, jeez. We've been streaming our games for at least 2.
Longer than that.
longer than
I said
that.
at least.
Because we've been here for 3 and we were streaming at Lenaway before that.
Yeah.
So let's say.
Didn't we start this in 2016 or 17?
No, not quite that long ago. I think it's been 4 years. I think we started in 2018.
Oh, I meant Nerdopedia.
Oh no, we were talking about D&D specifically.
Yeah, I was. I want to know now.
Big yawn.
I was gonna say, when did you guys leave Lenaway?
3 years ago.
Wow, we might have been at this for 4 years.
Yeah.
A 4-year-long campaign. I'm sorry that I've done this to
Yeah.
all of you.
We started doing this streaming thing in 2016.
I think you mentioned before that I've been around for 3 years, and you were streaming D&D when I started watching. Oh yeah, I remember Lenaway.
The couches.
It was so hot. I just remember it being so hot during the summer.
I remember every single day trying to set up all those fucking cameras.
The lab lights.
It was a nightmare. There were so many things wrong with that.
Anyway, D&D at the first level. Or actually, no, sorry, running the stream at first level.
The lav mics weren't even our first mic. We started with that fucking shotgun mic in the middle of the table. Then we had to put up on a tripod because our dice kept coming through it.
Not even that. It wasn't even like a serious tripod. It was one of those tripods you get with like.
It was one of the bendy foam ones, and we duct taped the little thing to the top of it.
Yeah.
Because it didn't screw on.
I'm sorry, Boops.
Deal with it.
It's because I normally sit further this way, but my chair was being weird on the edge of the rug, so.
That those repressed memories have been unshelved.
Hate it when that happens. Sometimes it happens and I go, ugh.
Yeah, so we're here to play tabletop games. I gotta start changing my verbiage for that. Right, so first of all, tonight we do have the Streamloots up and running.
You know how you fix it? You say, it's time to play campaign.
It's time to do.
It's time to play the
I'll
Festival
duel.
of Holy
We
Water.
go with the magic cards. 5-person game.
Not even
Huh?
Chaos.
Chaos.
not even the right fucking
No.
game for the context, which is what I love
Yep.
more about it.
Yep.
I like the idea of a chaos magic game. We should try to figure something out with that.
No.
Where
You
you
wouldn't
draw
like
from
it
the.
because it would feel like too much RNG.
Huh?
You wouldn't like it because it would feel like too much RNG. It wouldn't be balanced right.
No, I like that. That's the whole reason I like MTG is because it's not consistent.
Alright, Liv gets disadvantage on their first roll, by the way. I used a Streamloots card.
Fuck you, Boops!
Oops.
Let me actually pull
Oops,
up
boops.
the...
Boops.
Sorry, I gotta... There is...
No, fuck you!
Oh, Puri.
Oh, activity.
Oh, I will! You know what? As a matter of fact, Boops, I'm gonna find you in final. I'm gonna kick your ass.
They... What?
They do play.
I know.
That nothing to do with it. How are you gonna engage them in PvP?
You go to the PvP arena.
Yeah, you
Duh.
go.
Oh, alright, they're... Boops, don't do it.
It's
As-
a different kind of nerd level if you're saying 1v1 me in Final Fantasy 14.
I will.
That's a lot.
Wait, Boops, hold on. I have a different way to 1v1 this. Please tell me you're a healer. We're gonna do a dungeon, I'm gonna tank it.
Yikes. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm not even
No,
involved.
because I don't want another healer tank war
I
like you and
cast
Melody have going
Game
on.
at the second level.
God damn it.
Game,
Okay, all
game
right.
at the second level.
Let's get on some kind
Yes.
of track here, y'all.
Any track.
Any track, any.
All right.
There are several we have to choose from.
All
You're
right.
choosing
So,
none of them.
This is my gender.
for now, I'd like to save questions until we get close to the mid-roll or to the end. But we are sponsored by, or we're a humble partner. Hey, Liv, you're back.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, you've had plenty of time to research.
Yeah, you've had.
You think I've been on Humble Bundle at all?
Yeah.
I suspended my own subscription to it finally.
Oh my god.
Jake.
But I would like to point out that the first thing I notice when I pull up Humble Bundle is that their choice has a picture of the Doomslayer on it. So I'm pretty sure there's a Doom game in the Humble Bundle this month.
Don't worry, you can get Halo 3 somewhere else.
Yeah, is there
As a matter of fact, it is Doom Eternal.
Oh shit, Master Chief's in that game.
I will never get over that. I know who Master Chief is.
Do you?
The conviction.
That was.
It was me.
That was Micah.
It was me.
Did we not tell you about that?
No.
Oh.
I only heard half the
okay,
conversation, and I just wanted to make fun of you.
I'm going to cast Tangent at the
This
the
is a
0th
very
level.
important story.
Okay.
So we were at a restaurant.
Your turn.
And I had my phone and I was showing a meme to Nind and it had the Doom guy
It was
on
the
it.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And Michael was like, what was that? And I was like, oh, it was a meme. And Michael was like, I'll probably understand it. So I showed it to him and he goes, I know who Master Chief is. Like, full conviction, like, upset that I would not show them the meme because they knew what it meant.
Well, because it wasn't even, I might get it. She was like, no, you probably won't. And first of all, I know who Isabel
And you were
is.
like, you can't fucking tell me what to do. you can't tell me what I know and don't know.
Yeah, so like, I was already like, try me, I might know.
I know who Master Chief is. Incorrect. Micah has made a mistake.
So every
Do you know how
time.
many people would have believed me on conviction alone, though?
Yes.
And then you just had me and Nin sitting there going, oh my god,
Hey,
that just happened.
don't say that about Samus. She's not part of this.
Just let's just fully abbreviate this.
Abbreviate this moment.
It's a glass onions reference.
Sorry.
You are gonna lose your mind when you meet that guy.
Sorry, I've been watching a lot of murder mystery stuff. Oh,
Ooh, I feel thoroughly whelmed.
Thoroughly whelmed.
So, yes, one of the games, Humble Choice, is Doom Eternal. So you should probably go grab that because it's a
Master
Doom
Chief
we're
is
doing
in it.
Yeah, Master Chief is in it.
It's a good collection. I heard the Master Chief collection of Doom's really good.
And then there's a game and another bundle that's called Learn Japanese to Survive, and I really hope it's a language learning survival game. I don't
That
know.
could be fun. It might be one of the RPGs where you have to use the right words to deal damage to the monsters.
Oh.
Like slime.
Not Slime Rancher.
Well,
Well,
that's all it is, a slime game.
Okay.
You fight slimes. And you raise potatoes and chickens.
What a day, y'all.
That's why I know how to read some katakana.
Because of slimes and potatoes. I could see Slime Rancher trying to come out of your mouth, though.
all right.
I saw it. I watched
Last
it
one.
hiding
Okay.
behind your teeth. You're being cute.
There is a book bundle on Humble for a tabletop
Rocks.
role-playing game that is described as a Nordic horror tabletop game.
What?
I like that. Carry on.
You got Vox's attention right away.
It is called Vaesen.
Interesting.
Awesome.
You have my
So
my interest.
this is actually relevant for once. This is book bundle on Humble.
They are, Katie. They are.
It is a grim RPG based on the myths of Scandinavia.
Yum.
Holy shit.
Arguably,
Slime Forest Adventure.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm glad you went digging for that.
This is the first time that all 5 of us have been at the table this year.
Yeah. And in like a month.
I think longer than a month,
Oh
actually.
yeah, all 5 of us, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, because I pretty much
we're gone
haven't
for a
played
while.
since November. Well, there was this whole thing where I was on a weird sleep schedule, and it made me very, very sick for like 2 weeks.
And then you
They
had
made
your...
her live as a first shifter.
Yeah, they made that. I was getting up at 8 a.m. to go
Yeah.
to work.
And then you also had your back issue there for a hot minute.
Yep.
When we
Oh,
were
And
that
your
was
shoulder issue.
That was the primary reason I wasn't
Yeah.
down here, is I couldn't sit in the chair for long periods of time.
Oh, bitch!
Yeah, that's when we realized we're probably gonna need to get
Sorry.
better
Better
chairs.
Put me in a papasan. I'll be perfect.
Mood.
That would be so tall. Can we
At
have
this
swings?
point-
A hanging egg chairs. Hanging egg chairs. We'll just tuck ourselves in.
Yeah.
We will have to talk about the logistics of that, because now I have to figure out where this... Oh, hey, right, we can see some studs.
You can see them all because they're right here.
Yeah, just put it right in and just sit.
Snuggle.
And then you got
At this point, Jake, we should just let everyone pick out their own chair for their spot.
Yeah, might as well.
If I got an egg chair, I would be asleep in the egg chair, snoring on stream.
Oh, wow, someone passing out at the tavern.
Do you know there's a whole Twitch subsection of people that just stream themselves sleeping?
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's a way to generate income while you sleep.
It's supposed to be like a life sim situation. I follow a different political streamer who does that like once a month, where she'll stream herself for 24 hours, and she calls it the girlfriend stream, because it's their cameras basically everywhere that she turns on except for like bathroom, obviously. And just films herself going about the day and talking to her Twitch chat and wandering around, and then she sleeps and she films herself while she sleeps. Communist girlfriend, that's what she calls it. Communist girlfriend that she hates. Because she's like a communist political streamer, normally. But then once a month, she's communist girlfriend. Yeah.
All right. So, if you follow our Humble Bundle
Powerful
link,
energy.
if you follow our Humble Bundle link, you'll have the option to give us a kickback when you make a purchase. You can also send money to charity and get games.
Yeah.
And you actually get to choose, when you make the purchase, you can actually choose where the funds go to different charities and like how much the share goes
Yeah.
to Humble Bundle
What
and all
percent
that.
goes where?
Yeah. So,
I could be your angle or your communist girlfriend, says Katie.
I can be both. Get on my fucking level, Katie.
I'll start shit with Katie again.
Yeah, last
my
thing I
job
need is you
just-
kicking my door down again.
That was funny. Yeah, but your wife was in on that.
No, I don't need them kicking in my front door going, "Fight me!"
The panic.
It's a real shame that it costs so much to repair door jams, because I would kick open so many more doors. It's so fun.
Say it with your chest, Liv.
Tits out.
She's got you beat there.
No, that was severity. Katie, sorry, not severity.
Yeah. This is why my wife has her beat there. Alright, so. Let's see. You can also check out our website. I'm still working on it because the holidays have been crazy and
Stupid.
it's the beginning of the year is
Stupid.
It's always bad for us.
Yeah, well, the year is always bad for us. Let's be real. There are just some parts of the year that are worse.
yeah. So go ahead and check out our website. I also dropped a link to our Discord earlier. I'll do that one more time just in case. Yeah, I guess it's time for us to move on. Do we have any other announcements that we need to make? Well,
Have things been figured out with Devon Rue and Tabletop Loot for?
That is still on my list of things to do.
Okay.
I've been trying to gather shit together. Especially with this whole the D&D OGL thing, that's had me a little bit scrambling. Yeah. So last time on the Sandy Hydra Tavern, do you guys remember where you were?
The Sandy Hydra Tavern.
No, we weren't. That's ice
We
over.
went back to Bethel's.
No,
Yeah.
that's where we're at. The Sandy Hydra Tavern. It says so right there.
Micah. Micah's had some fucking juice today.
I'm so tired.
Never mind. It's the lack of juice. That's what's happening right now. Is Micah
You
has
saw
no
what my
juice.
dog's been like all day.
I have. I did.
We went back to Bethel's after going to the getting released from
The jail.
jail Suno.
Yeah.
The flesh ripping sound I told you about.
Along with a banging
Gavel?
noise. Yeah. Well,
They gavelled at us?
no, I was talking about your dog banging
Oh.
the bone on the floor. No. In game, you guys went to the Temple of Suno.
Yep.
Where you got interrogated.
And we gave that poor priest
The most.
way too much information, but we were trying to be helpful citizens.
It is the exact.
Yeah, you were trying to be helpful.
Give me my hose back.
You were giving people the evil eye.
You were bitching under your breath because you were the one with the knife that totally didn't stab the man. Vox was doing cool murder mystery things.
I was doing cool.
And
mystery things.
the poor ghost man is now like looking at my face like, I know that they said that this person is being framed. However, that is what is in my memories currently because my dad is a fuckface.
Yes,
Did you get left by
Destrian
yourself?
was the ghost's name.
Did you get left by yourself because Eldwin fucked off?
I
Yeah.
was by myself for a little while.
Yeah.
I was solving a murder though.
You did fuck off. You said you were going to go somewhere and then you wandered off and poofed away.
Which actually brings us to this moment where you guys are in the house with Bethel. You guys had talked about some things where your second interrogation had taken place. The
scarier one.
The scarier interrogation.
There was a chocolate.
And I think Auberg hasn't woken up at this point. I think
No.
where we left off, lesser restorations were kind of cast to cure some hangovers. You guys hadn't really discussed anything.
Auberg had the letter from Aldwin to Aldwin saying, "Don't try to sleep with my assistant."
That's right.
I do remember that.
And then, as you are all standing in
Where did my
Bethel's
notepad
house, you guys hear the sound
What?
of retching.
Is it Auberg?
No.
No.
We did.
I was gonna
episode
say
with her.
we restoed both of the others.
Yeah, you hear the sound of retching. And Connie, last time you remember grabbing a bucket for Bethel before you guys went to bed. Well, looking over at it, you see Aldwin standing over it, or sitting over it with his head in it, just vomiting. Hey, Aldwin.
Oh, there you are.
You,
Oh, am I hungover?
Oh yeah.
No, you're still drunk.
Oh.
Possibly worse.
This was, you literally left the bar to go vomit, and you poofed.
So I'm a different Eldwin, but still drunk.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Which Aldwin are you?
This one.
Am I in view of everyone?
Yeah.
Yes, and the sound of you vomiting even woke up Auburn.
Wish to leave.
Tell Ghost to check on you properly.
All right. So
Probably.
You are not in an alleyway. You are back at Bethel's.
Aldwin?
tell.
Aldwin.
So important distinction about this Eldwin. He has taken way too many notes from Tell on his articles of clothing.
Hell yeah! We're gonna be twins!
So it is.
Cosplay?
Huh?
Is this Aldwin?
It is
just in
all
cosplay?
very like securely fastened leathers that he wears. So it's like studded leather. It's studded leather armor, but it's all like very
Superhero type.
tightened and like strapped to him, so it doesn't make any sound when he moves. So it's all very tight.
Hell yeah. Tell us is delighted. Tell us, please.
Sounds like,
Shaking eyes emoji.
I want that. That should be a standard Discord emoji.
I
God damn it.
Tel's
Do you
just
guys-
gonna be like, I'll fuck this Aldwin too.
Tells like another one for the collection.
Studded leather underwear.
Yes, it's just like the BDSM studded leather briefs.
All I'm thinking is, after you've slept with the 9th Aldwin, do you get the 10th one free?
God.
Have you got your stamp card yet? You're
Oh yes.
okay. That's
Oh
good.
yes.
your Bang Aldwin stamp card.
Yep.
That, if the previous Aldwin had knew,
After
would be
he
horrified.
fucked the first one, he was like, I should keep track of this. And made himself a stamp card.
There's actually an Aldwin reward shop you can go visit. You can spend your points on
It's
items.
The only reason it exists is because Aldwin knows about the punch card thing and decided
It was
that
funny.
To set it up. It's
to
run
set
by
it up
Aldwin.
in advance.
It's run by the hottest Aldwin. The first ever Aldwin who fucked a Tell.
I wonder where that one is right now. In another timeline,
I
probably
don't know.
confused.
Did you fuck the one that was like dying immediately afterwards?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say that he might be dead.
No, different one. No, fucked a Tell. From any universe.
Oh.
The first Aldwin to fuck a Tell. A Tell. Any of the Tells.
Man, this is getting to be a lot.
Whoa.
Mike is dying.
All right.
Redeem the points for a free STI screening.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, Katie.
I don't know why we call
Tell.
ourselves the Sandy
Tell,
Hydra
put that
Tavern.
down. You don't know where that Aldwin's been.
What do you got? Aldwin, now!
It's just running away with an Aldwin.
So Aldwin just like looks up and goes,
Are you alright?
"Am I still drunk?"
I don't know. Do you not want to be drunk anymore? You also are dressed differently. Okay, we're going to grade a rest of you.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Is that a little better?
Why am I at Bethel's? I was in an alley.
You also look different. Are you a different Aldwin again?
You see Bethel?
Wait,
We've been trading them lately.
you have a. Oh god, it's another different party.
I rolled a 7 on this one. Guess I need to try to marry him.
I can tell competing for Aldwin.
Myth and Aldwin have different Aldwin punch cards. Myth has a married Aldwin punch card. Tell has a fuck Aldwin.
After you marry the 10th Aldwin, you get a child.
Which Aldwin?
Which Aldwin?
Is it? Is which Aldwin dragon blood?
The witch?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened? I could really use a drink. Yeah.
The only thing to make this complete is the number of Aldwins that Nakami kills.
Oh my god, this party's playing Fuck, Marry, Kill with Aldwin.
Long game of
there.
fuck, marry, kill.
Let me just say, Nakane would not kill Aldwin.
Okay.
She
Tell her.
does
You ready?
care for him. Maim or
Wizard
stake.
Aldwin, Ranger Aldwin, Rogue Aldwin. Fuck, marry, kill.
Think Mary Rogue Aldwin.
Wait, when did Rogue Alduin happen?
Right now.
Oh, this is Rogue Alduin.
Yes, this is Rogue Alduin.
I
Oh.
just wrote Goth Alduin.
Oh,
You know what? I meant for it. He now has goth makeup too.
Oh
He and Tel can do each other's makeup in the morning.
I don't remember what regular Alduin's score was.
Wizard?
7
You
or
mean
8.
Wizard Alduin? What is?
Which wizard, Aldwin?
Which is which?
I'm leaving.
Not which wizard, just like which wizard.
Regular Aldwin, says Severity.
Vanilla
Micah,
Alduin.
your dog just ripped the nastiest ass.
I believe it.
There's nothing regular about Alduin. We have created Schrodinger's Alduin.
No, Vanilla Alduin was a 9, so I just wanted to fuck them.
Anyways, thank you, Tel. I feel much better.
Good.
Bethel shuffles over, hands you a mug.
Please tell me that's more liquor than tea.
Drink it. It's actually water.
Oh.
It doesn't taste great.
I look in it. Is there anything in it?
No. Wash your fucking mouth.
Oh. That's, I never thought of doing this before. Aldwin cast prestidigitation on his mouth.
It's not a bad idea. The kind of goes,
Is
huh.
a toothbrush?
What direction is your mouth aiming?
Oh no.
like mildly downwards because he was like thinking while he did it, so he was like,
Okay. Whatever vomit was left in your mouth
She
is
got
now on Bethel's floor.
Oh,
well, no, it magically cleans it. It's vanished.
From what I recall, it actually just dispels it off of whatever. Otherwise,
It says magically cleans.
no, whatever. All right. Yeah, just.
Gone.
Then she hands you another mug.
He sips it.
It's coffee.
Oh, I can take that.
I wasn't letting you put your dirty mouth on coffee.
She's got a point.
Is it toothbrush?
Whiskey.
Mommy. You want a
Much
head
better.
cat? You want a head cat?
Oh, did you want some whiskey for your coffee as well?
Hi,
I
sweetheart.
don't need any more.
Oh god. Anymore.
Did you pay attention to her so that she had to do a lean?
She did do a lean. Pushed me. You silly
Almost
girl.
over.
Silly girl.
well, she leans on my feet and it turns my chair.
Hey, silly girl. Hey, oh.
All right.
Well, at least you're alive.
Sweet.
Well, this version of you anyway. You vanished
What
last
do you
night.
mean, this version of me? Have you guys seen one of me die?
No, you just keep switching.
You just keep switching. We never
We've
know
had
if
the-
you're gonna come back dead or alive.
We've had the wizard, we've had the ranger, and now we have you. I don't know what the first one I met was.
A mess.
A mess. I think he did
That's
die.
all of us. Let's be fair here.
Well, the last one was kind of uppity.
He was a little uppity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like really straight edge. But also still an alcoholic.
It's very strange.
Yeah, it was
He
weird.
also was especially attached to explosives. Like more even than our normal Aldwin.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
A new Eldwin pops in, we give him form, like, please fill out your proclivities.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, we need to get.
Tell has a 3-ring binder that's just like filled with Aldwin notes.
Yep.
Stamp.
He like pulls out his little notebook and he's like taking notes on this new Aldwin. A goth. Check mark.
Just starts drawing the eye emojis.
Underlines goth. Circles it.
You do feel some kind of way about it.
Wait till you meet which Aldwin.
Ooh, that's gonna be dangerous with Tel.
Tel's gonna be like,
It's gonna be fruity as fuck.
Fruity! Tel's favorite. So, okay.
Aubert is now sitting up with the blanket on them. Oh, I want to go back to bed.
Go in your room and sleep, Oberg. You don't have anything you need to worry about.
Hubbard, here you go. And he hands his coffee over to her.
Tell writing his notebook about this exchange.
Hair of the dog always gets you.
What?
There's whiskey in it. Exactly.
Atta girl.
Make wild magic happen.
The
To next spell Alduin casts.
Uh-oh.
That's not going to come very often because this is a rogue-based Alduin. So if you want it to happen sooner, you may want to choose a different trigger. Okay.
He says that's fine.
When you least expect it.
Plenty of time to forget about it.
Yep.
So, okay, I need to catch up here.
Yep.
So in my group, we were dealing with the cat in the underworld,
In the Undercity?
Undercity.
Okay, alright. So you're only a little behind from where we are.
Maybe.
Technically.
I think that
I
she
ended up
might need
having to
go out.
like
'Cause I just heard it go upstairs.
rob a bank to get some catnip, which was bizarre.
You robbed the bank?
Yeah, I don't know why catnip was in a bank, but it was there.
Was it in the Undercity?
Yeah.
Ah, see, our Alduin went to the Overcity to find some. And then we lost him, we got a new one. I don't know.
Yeah, we were drinking with the Autumn Knight, and he got into a drinking contest with the Autumn Knight, and then he vanished.
The second Alduin.
Yeah.
You are our third, just
Yeah.
in this week.
Yeah. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
And it's only like days.
Feels like this week's been going on for months.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, I got arrested yesterday. Not the first time this
Nice.
happened.
Oh.
For a murder. That wasn't me.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it was your dad.
Oh, I'm sure it was my dad.
Well, if you get arrested again, I'll break you out.
I appreciate it. It's not the first time I've been arrested.
We didn't need a whole breakout thing. I was on the case.
Yeah, they used a zone of truth on
That too.
us, which obviously I was telling the truth that I didn't murder anybody. It was that ghost. Betcha it was that
the
memory,
memory.
manipulation of the spirit. Which speak with dead is sometimes still not a very
This is
reliant spell.
This is why being able to talk to ghosts straight out is much easier.
Yeah, but I'm sure your ghosty friend still remembers me as his killer.
Oh yes, he does, but you can actually have a conversation with them.
That's true.
No idea how this is going to turn out.
Oh, did you make a drink?
Yeah, I mixed my tea with some watermelon vodka.
Ooh.
Did you put whiskey in your tea?
So yeah, you were arrested. That didn't happen.
So wait, if you were robbing a bank to get the catnip, did you meet Don Nibbles?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And then
How
I
did
had to
that
go
go?
meet a spy master, which
Was a cat.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
I was strange. I've met a lot of spies, and my first time was spy cat.
Okay. What is this?
What?
So you rob banks
Yeah.
and you dress like this.
Yeah.
You are not a wizard, not
no.
a ranger.
No.
A spy? Would they call them rogues?
Rogues,
I
vagabonds,
I specialize in thievery.
All right. Till makes a note.
They are a thief.
I am taking the least played rogue subclass.
All right. Dope.
The first one listed in the book, right? Wait, no. No, Assassin's listed first, that's right.
Thievery. Okay. All right. So.
Bethel
did you,
just goes, great.
So what was the precise moment that you found yourself here? You talked to the cat.
Yeah,
I assume you
we
found
were
out what the cat said.
talking to the group of cats.
Okay.
And then there was a whole debacle with Flynn. He was running away with the catnip, and the cats were chasing him, and then I vanished.
Flynn is still alive.
In your timeline.
Flynn's dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you manage that?
Well, we were in Rivertan.
Yeah.
Let's not go back there.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there either.
Yeah.
That place sucked.
Yeah. He died. Apparently, our Flynn made a deal with some demon prince.
A high level one too.
Yeah. That said that Tell and I smell familiar.
Don't like that.
No, didn't.
We didn't like that either.
Okay.
And then he poofed.
By the way, I just made reference to the fact that Aldwin was in Rivertan with you instead of Grimm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
our
didn't
old
catch
one was
that.
definitely not in Rivertan with us. He
had
was
the
here.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, he was here doing research.
Well, especially
for my
because that
order.
Aldwin was a wizard, and we already had a hard time with
Magic.
me being there.
Yeah, we've known Flynn is dead for a while. Why is my phone blowing?
This Aldwin's Flynn is not dead.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but you were saying, what was the most precise? What was the precise moment you found yourself?
He took off with the catnip,
Flynn took off
myth
with it.
polymorphed, and then I vanished.
Oh, what did I polymorph into?
Cat.
Okay.
Okay, so you haven't spoken to what was that one cat's name?
Thank God you take notes.
I try
Maxwell?
to.
Huh?
Are you talking about the crazy cat?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Maxwell or something? Charles.
Yeah, it was Charles.
Charles.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to talk to Charles.
No.
Okay.
Is Shu alive?
Shoe?
My friend when I was turning into a Wanti.
No.
Okay.
What the fuck is shoe?
It was a lizard.
Oh, okay.
Nami, you're very sweet.
Oh shit, I died.
Good.
Oh shit. Alwyn starts patting his pockets until it finally reaches into one and pulls out that little mouse.
A little mouse.
It's Larry.
Ah, well, Larry is back. Good.
Larry is a tiny mouse.
Different types of different Larrys for each old one too.
I mean, they're familiars.
Yeah, true.
That's, you know. Just like a witch has a very specific familiar. People tend to prefer.
I love time travel shenanigans. This is so much
I hope
fun.
you don't mind me just making shit up.
It's less shit he has to make up.
It's not relevant for this timeline.
Might be a problem for future Jake.
Let's hope we never hop timelines.
Yeah, what if the rest of us move but the Elderman stays in place?
And suddenly your whole
Maybe that's
campaign,
actually what's happening.
and then your whole campaign just changes.
See, but we know what's going on
Do you?
every time. But we haven't had people go,
Oh yeah.
why are you blah 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 blah.
Wow, I just took a drink of the non-alcoholic one.
Let's see.
Tell will catch Aldwin up as best he can on everything that we have learned since meeting Charles and what Charles told us.
Yeah, the whole murder.
Blue.
Yeah, all the clues that we have that it's probably Aaron, that it might also be a Fae thing.
So your dad's not dead.
No.
I have stabbed that motherfucker so many times.
Stab him better.
I've been trying.
Clearly, you are using the wrong knife.
Oh, I don't use a knife. And he pulls out a sickle.
Not typically used for stabbing.
Tell writes several notes.
I like to put
In
it
his
through his
little book?
throat.
Oh, that's not usually what I would consider stabbing, but okay.
The whole internet is so horny about a fucking sickle-wielding wolf right now.
Why?
And I'm so angry that you just said sickle because I immediately started thinking about the fucking hot wolf. Mad! It's from the Puss in Boots movie.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. It's even a problem for me and I'm not even a furry. Yeah?
I just cracked my back.
Oh, I love when that happens. A good crack, a really
Yes.
solid crack. We love it.
Oh.
Crack like a glow stick, huh, Nami? Hi, Nami girl. You're so good.
And then I got word from my order that shits
Oh yeah, that members of the order are being
hunted.
eliminated.
Yeah, eliminated.
And I am waiting for Don Nibbles to tell me he is home. So I can go say hello. We should probably... Okay, let's make a plan for today. You are a very calm Aldwin, I appreciate it. We should make a plan for what we do today.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Are not all ones calm?
No, the
No.
last one was a fucking nightmare to deal with.
The first one did a lot of drugs, too.
I slept with the first
Usually,
one.
at least I could get the first one to, like, sit the fuck down.
Aren't you gay?
Yes. There was a lot of drugs
I
involved.
feel like everybody here slept with the first one. I slept
Yeah.
with the first one.
It was intense.
Great, actually.
My grandfather drugged me. That's how that happened.
Where is he?
We
Give
don't know
no
if we are
Eldwins.
concerned.
Yes.
He went after a cat, and we haven't seen him since.
And we tried scrying him, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
So, we don't know what's happening. We know that there was a whole mess happening in his homeland.
Yeah.
So we have been assuming that he went back there sort of by emergency.
The boss druid kind of died. And he's like the second oldest or something. There was
Something.
another guy. What was his name?
But we sort of assumed that he went down there to
Deal with that.
deal with something. King Galore, that's right.
Galore.
But
I'm glad you guys take notes too, because goddamn.
I try.
Given what is going on now, that might not be strictly true. I think something worse may have happened. There are too many ghosts here for me to get a reading on whether or not he might be one of them. A lot of dead people in this city.
Yeah.
I would like to roll for a panic attack.
For what?
For a panic attack?
That would be a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I have this. So it's just a quiet panic attack where you sit there and you're like, yeah.
That depends on how badly
It's
you
called
fail.
dissociating.
Wouldn't that be like a wisdom? What do you roll to protect against psychic damage?
Well,
Would it
that
be-
depends. More specifically, I went with charisma because it's more about composing yourself. Which I guess would be a bit of wisdom.
that would be like externally, like how much of the
Yeah.
panic. It would be like two rolls. It would be, are you having a
I guess-
panic attack?
I guess the
or
question-
is it? And then how are you covering it up?
Yeah. Are you trying to save
why
for a
it was
panic attack?
3.5
Is Myth
saves.
having a panic attack
there's
and we
only
need
3.
to...
Okay, so I was making
Well-
a joke.
Roll reflex.
But how do you want to
think
play
one
this?
was body
I
or
love
something like
rolling
that. It
dice.
was like strength and
I will
con.
happily go along with this concept.
I mean, Pathfinder has like a bunch of.
I will let you decide if you're having a panic attack. Charisma saving throw to determine how much you express it, if you
Because it was
want.
based on 3.
Probably
D&D
alright right
3.5.
now.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Really?
I think they were just called something different.
Because I.
Pathfinder only had 3 saves, right?
I don't remember.
You're supposed to remember this shit.
I just played Pathfinder and I remember there being a lot more stats to keep track of.
It's
That's...
Pathfinder 2.
Probably.
Well, okay. Yes, now I am actually remembering. Yes, they only had 3 saving throws in Pathfinder, but what it was that you had to track individual ranks for all of your skills.
No, thank you.
Oh.
Which is one reason I'm not a huge fan of it, because I've made some truly broken characters.
I think I played a different version though. Maybe I played 2. I don't remember.
I don't remember how 2nd edition does their skills. I have the book, but I'd have to read it again.
I really enjoyed it, whatever it was. I had a lot of fun. I made a Fatal Frame character. Or a character based on Fatal Frame.
But yes, Pathfinder First Edition
She's over
is
here under
a
house.
lot.
Yeah, she's snoozing.
I can't believe she gave up on her bone already.
She was getting pets. Now
All
she's
right.
sleepy for
Maybe
being
there
crazy
was-
all day.
Yeah, maybe now she's full. There was a lot of meat on that one.
She's snoring.
Auberg's still sitting in the chair, kind of.
No, she's just grumbling.
Either way.
She's pretty old.
Feel better,
Okay.
Auburn?
I was saying already.
Feeling good.
Plan for the day.
Plan. Thank you, Aldwin. Jesus.
Who am I stabbing?
I don't know yet.
For a thief, you're really murderous.
Okay, Cal?
Huh? I'm having a crisis.
There can't be any witnesses if there's no one alive at the end.
Call it great.
Is it
Gay
named
panic.
Eldwin?
Yes.
How to add infinite stress to the party. Let one character change an aspect of themselves.
And it kind of looks over at Bethel and points at her and
Yeah,
goes
like
like
their
this.
whole self. Their whole physical self, not like a
Whole
haircut.
physical and mental self.
Not necessarily, because they can just tweak slight things if they want.
That's not what's happened.
Yeah.
It's definitely not slight.
This is a whole different class of Alduin.
Yeah, but
even.
here's the thing: no Aldwin is subtle. That's the one thing that they share. One.
Correct. No, Aldwin takes half measures.
Great, so you made me.
No middle sliders.
Anyway,
So we need to make a plan. We have several avenues to
Yup.
sort of go, right? Mine is effectively cut off for right now because I have to wait until Don Nibbles reaches out to me to do that. But we do have the murder that we should still investigate. We
Oh,
have more
absolutely.
things to worry about there. We have your situation because we do have access to the Autumn Night, and I think that might be something to look into.
Yeah.
But do we want to wait to do yours until we have another person from the Feywild also to back us up a little? Because we have Eamon, he's just in fucking prison.
Again.
slight cut, they're just fucking with each other in prison all the
They're
time.
simply vibing.
They're having a fine time. They're fine.
They're on vacation as far as they
Literally.
they don't even know that
This
they're
has happened
arrested.
So
again.
much sleeping for Simone. Simone is like, oh my god, I get to
They're
rest.
bringing us food.
Yes.
Simone's like,
Free room
yes.
and board?
He doesn't have to cook. It's great.
Eamon is contained.
Eamon's, yeah, which is great for everyone involved. That's the idea.
Eamon's going.
He is chewing on the bars, but like,
Eamon's having the worst time. Everybody else is like, family vacation.
And the guards are absolutely confused because like all of them are having a great time and there's just this one gremlin that's
especially considering like if,
which they expected from all of them.
the fact that Simone is still like the fact that they are all still in prison at all says a lot to tell because Simone's eyes are literally a key to different dimensions. He could just fuck off with all of them if he wanted to. The fact that he hasn't, tell is like they're fine.
Oh my god.
They are technically fine.
They're not
Simone's still
in
there because it's her
danger.
baby
Oh my,
gate for
every
Eamon.
every night he does that, just goes home into his own bed, and then comes back when everyone starts waking up.
He only hasn't let them all out yet because finally a baby gate that can
Finally a
Eamon.
baby gate. Finally a baby gate for
Simone
Eamon.
is like, or somebody's like, Simone, weren't you reading like Catcher in the Rye? And Simone's like, no, I've been reading Fahrenheit 451 this whole time.
This whole time. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Like, going back to Switchfoot.
God.
What? Now you have Catcher in the Rye?
Good lord.
Myth might be
Anyway.
having a panic attack.
Alright, make a charisma saving throw.
I think I'm too tired to function, so she's going to have a panic attack. Hey, you said a charisma save?
Yeah.
How is it 28?
You're hiding it perfectly. Nobody has any suspicions that you're panicking.
Okay, so Myth is gonna go, I think I'll need to think about that. There's a lot. there.
All right.
Yeah, and when it comes to the order stuff, I can't really do anything until they reach out to me. I don't know where the hell they are in this city.
All right. But you said that they're like some of them were also disappearing, so we could
Yep.
at least look into some of that.
Yep.
Like because clearly this spirit whose name is Destrian.
Because you guys made the joke pedestrian.
Yeah. Because clearly Destrian is also a victim of the same person.
Circumstances. Yep.
Yes.
Maybe his partner could actually have been named Civ. Civilian.
That's what we said. We said that last time.
Okay.
And the one thing that was weird for me with the one guard, and it's not even that it's a suspicious thing, but Speak with Dead, while a common spell, is not a common spell.
Right. But in a big city like this,
Yeah.
It just seems odd as a guard.
The City of Gold is bigger than the Southern Spirit.
Yeah.
So-
she's just having a bit of like cultural shock.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Is pretty much like her going, hello?
a city
Private
this big,
investigator walked up.
Yeah.
a city this big. It is strange that somebody, like one of their members who happens to have that spell, was right there.
Yeah.
However, I don't think it's that uncommon here.
Probably not.
It's not super common, but like they've got more than one guy in town that can do it.
It's just, mind you, I grew up in the
Everything becomes more common when you get in the big cities.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the undertakers have it.
Yeah, that makes sense. A private investigator guard does not make sense.
How did you die?
Oh,
Figured out the cause of death.
I
What
also,
are your last requests?
in that
Final will and
case, actually, I have to go back to that area anyway, because I have a favor to do for an old woman. But maybe that's our best bet as far as what to do for right now today, because we are both waiting on something else. Aldwin doesn't have anything to do because this is a new one. So it might be good to work on murder stuff. And
I'll help you with murder stuff.
And
It's
you
also kind of in my wheelhouse.
it's connected to what you're dealing with also, so maybe
Yeah.
we will find something connected to your specific thing. Do it, But it might be good to go check the scene of the crime again.
Yeah.
Which again, I have to deliver a message from
Maybe you
an old woman.
shouldn't go toward that though.
Probably shouldn't.
But they cleared you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
and I have the spirit.
wasn't the whole point to use Nakane as bait?
Oh, good morning, titties.
Hi, titties.
That's true. It was. Thank you, titties.
And I do stand out in a crowd goes like this.
We both do.
Yeah, we were using the Kai as bait. I'm starting to remember the plan.
Yep.
There was
So
a
the
plan.
more we are seen, the more you are seen outside.
That's,
the better.
yeah.
Especially near
And I
the
don't
scene
sit-
of the crime.
Yeah.
We have to show him that we are looking into what he is doing,
Yeah.
like aggressively.
I could
won't
go
he
for some
expect
breakfast.
us to be with her?
Huh?
Won't he expect us to be with her too?
Probably.
Probably.
So how are we going to get the drop on him if he needs to see us too?
Doesn't need to see me.
True.
I'm often fucked off.
Very strong road
That's
energy.
very true. I like this one.
Yeah, he's probably expecting Wizard Aldwin, not.
Wow!
Not to
And that
mention,
sort of gives the head Aldwin an up and down like, okay.
everybody's a little
You're kind
happy about this.
you're
already.
kind of this anti-Aaron guy. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck Aaron.
No.
But
no,
you,
not like that.
Not my
Ew,
type.
no.
you though.
I know someone who might.
Huh?
Oh yeah, there's this wonderful succubus that lives in the.
Alrighty.
Let's cut that off right now.
I'm not drunk
guys
enough for that.
Jade.
Nakane looks.
Can't counterspell a dagger.
Nakane looks at Titties and be
Also,
like,
wild
I'm not
magic.
drunk enough for that.
Huh?
Also wild magic.
Oh. To be.
It would be a shame if Liv were to be the victim of wild magic.
Oh no, here we go.
Okay.
5.
The horny energy in the room simply caused this to happen.
Alduin says, they don't need to see me, and everyone
Yeah, I feel like wild magic happens anytime now that there's some sort of horny energy.
Reroll. I'm actually not prepared for that one. It has to deal with a Modron, and I have to work out
36.
Flumps, 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 flumps.
Potted plant, potted plant, potted plant.
Potted plant.
Featherbeard.
Roll a d10.
Uh-oh.
Major injury.
6.
You get older by 6 years. You just age 6 years.
That doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. I know. Add 6 to your age.
I don't know what my age is! Still a temporally plagued sorcerer at heart.
Isn't
You visibly will age 6 years. So whatever age you looked like before, you look older than that.
I don't think it would be much because, like, I could go from
Your knees crack slightly more as you stand up.
early 20s to late 20s. Like,
Your hangovers last a little longer. Which is the
Your knee pops at exactly the wrong time.
Trying to get the drop on Aaron. Fuck.
Oh, tummy. Stop.
All right.
It kind of stands out in
is
the
there
middle of
anything?
No, it made a really weird.
Oh, okay.
I've had some bowel issues this week, so.
the. It kind of just stands in the city square. Aaron sucks. Not really.
can we ban severity?
Hey, what about that Dragnor guy?
We should talk to Dragnor. We should do that first.
Yeah, we should do that first.
We should
you know
do that
who
first.
I should also talk to?
Your grandmother.
Yeah. Do you know who I
Yes.
really don't want to mention this to? Grandma. You know who's so grounded? Me.
Yup.
How can you
This
be
is
grounded?
true.
Aren't you in, like, your late 20s?
Are you gonna argue with Kat Talnay if her granddaughter's grounded or not?
But
It was about time for me to die. I can have that argument with her.
but you don't like flying, don't you?
No.
So you're always grounded.
Titties.
Nakata just puts her hands in her face and just like
Titties.
is shaking.
Oh, titties.
She looks at Bethel and kind of goes like this.
Yeah.
What if I put titties in the bag of holding?
It's not as fun.
Is it more than 10 minutes of air if he's that small?
He's magical. I don't think he could die.
What if it
He
was
still
a
needs air.
Ah! You're magical.
What if it were a bag? Okay.
Wow, that was a really nice thing to say, Titties.
Thank you.
Hey, titties, would it be more fun if it were a bag of holding full of sweets, though?
We do still have the food bag of holding.
We do, but I don't want to let, no offense, titties, him in there because that might be our emergency food.
You see him start eyeballing all the bags of holding.
No.
You don't know which one it is. And remember, once you're in, you can't climb back out.
I know.
We need to pull you out. And that's if we remember which bag of holding you're in.
Detective Titties on the case.
Titties!
Hold on. I need to save that quote. Detective Titties on the case.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
quote from Kata
You're
someday.
sending that to out of context D&D, right?
Yeah.
We started an hour late.
Yeah.
We need to actually
Okay,
plan.
so-
We have been going off on so many tangents, you guys.
Sorry.
Okay. I know we're all so distracted by the new Alduin. I'm also distracted by the new Alduin. Okay.
In different ways.
I'm gonna write this shit down. We're gonna get shit done this time around. God damn it. I need a pen.
I should probably go to the.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Okay, Micah.
Should probably go to the Church of Temp and talk to Grandma first.
Okay.
Dragnor
One day you're
first.
gonna just call it a temple.
Because if they are the last ones to know, I'm in deeper shit.
Yes. Do you want to do Grandma first and then Dragnar?
Yeah,
Okay. So we will meet you
there.
at Dragnar.
Sounds good.
I am afraid of your grandmother.
She would
I
think
am
you're a
not going
delight. She would love you.
Oh, you've never met Nakane's grandmother.
I have heard so many stories.
Man, I really want to know what Hell's mental image of Nakane's grandmother.
Yeah,
would
me
be.
too.
A ghoul. Fire breathing, snake tongued. Horrifying claws.
She would love you. She would love you. I don't know if I would ever want Kat and Simone to ever meet because I feel like that's just chaos in a bag waiting to happen.
Simone?
Or
Eamon.
Eamon.
Eamon. I was like, Simone's very chill.
Yeah. Kat could be chill too. However, like I feel like Eamon's gremlin energy would feed into Kat's, despite her age.
He was raised by tricksters.
All right. Question: what is everyone's passive perceptions?
15.
14.
I have that written
Which doesn't
down.
feel right.
no, I was gonna say you have the robe of eyes. Shouldn't it be more?
Mine's a
I don't get a bonus to perception. I think I can roll with advantage whenever I'm doing perception checks based on sight.
That gives
Yes.
you a passive bonus to your passive perception.
Yeah, that gives you a
of
plus
+5.
5.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Anytime you gain advantage on perception checks, when you're doing passive perception, or whatever sense the DM's doing for. In this case, I am doing sight. So you wouldn't be able to add that plus 5 to your passive perception, which
Okay.
brings it up to an 18, I think. You said 13?
Mine is a 14, so it's a 19.
Ace Jade has been subscribed for 30 months. Thank
Okay.
you for the resub, Jade.
So for sight, 19.
Speaking of us doing this for a very long time.
11,
Passive perception.
Aldwin?
which is weird.
It's 10.
It's 10?
Yeah.
You're a rogue!
This?
Girl, you're a rogue!
You know why? Aldwin never has a high wisdom. It's one of the universal constants.
I personally don't believe that all sight checks should be wisdom, but here we are.
I would agree with that, but
That's okay.
that's very funny.
We'll move to a different system.
You're very good at not being seen, very bad at seeing other things.
Claire.
I have a fantastic investigation.
Okay.
I'm gonna investigate. He's
makes
probably
up for
gonna
it.
investigate Tell's ass.
And I got a great stealth, so he won't catch me doing it.
I don't know.
Not that he would get mad at you about it.
You might not realize if you've been busted. Really. How low
that's
your
true.
perception is.
Tell would just do a little wiggle. Hey.
His little tail.
All right.
Whippies. Oh my god. The reason that the ghouls have got me so fucking bad is they remind me of tieflings.
Yeah.
Because they're little horned tailed little gray doodly doos.
Gray noodly dudes.
They are! They're little gray noodly dudes with
Move.
horns and tails!
Moving on. As you guys are going down the streets, heading to
We'll go
The
to
Church
the
of
we'll
Temp.
go to the temp. Yeah, Tell will go. He's afraid, but he will go.
The guy is delighted.
you pass by some areas of like certain markets and stuff, and as you're walking through a particular street, you guys are passing by what looks like a magic item shop. Because in this city, like, there's enough magic items going around that there are a few very prominent places. And this one in particular, it's it's a bit subtle. But as you're passing by kind of like its front show window, which also says a lot about the store that they can afford to paint a glass that big.
Yeah.
You actually manage to catch a particular staff catches your eye inside of the window,
Okay.
and something's familiar about it, but you may need to look closer.
Hang on. Until we'll go.
Okay.
Look. Is he the only one who noticed it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he'll hold one second.
Okay.
Just give me 2 seconds, and he'll pop over to that window and take a look at it.
All right. On closer inspection, you notice that it looks awfully like Farron's staff.
Shit. Hey guys. Come look at this.
The magic words Myth did not want to hear.
Myth is gonna have a bad time.
Okay.
You ready to make that charisma saving throw at disadvantage?
Oh no.
What's up, Tel?
Well, you have a Favorite. He points at the staff. Does that look familiar?
Oh shit!
I don't like that. No. What the fuck?
Myth, that's. I mean, you.
How's it 17?
Not as good. So you'll give away some very subtle hints. So it really depends on if everyone's paying attention to you.
We're about. You're. It's one of those, like, you are. We probably assume that you are about as distressed as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Type situation. So that's quite bad.
Very.
Wait here. He's gonna go inside.
What I could. Pretty good at investigating. I could go check.
I'm literally just going to go ask where the shopkeeper got it.
Yeah.
All right. You you open the front door and there's a bell that's attached to it, which may or may not catch you by surprise. I don't know what your expectations of shops are.
Tell is he's so aware of doorways because he has to crouch through most of them. Or like dip his head through most doorways. So like, he's aware. I don't think the bell startles him.
Bell doesn't
Bells happen
startle
a
you,
lot.
but as you get through the doorway, it does kind of throw you off and your horns hit the bell again.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry.
There's a very well-dressed halfling that's kind of sitting behind a counter, and the shop isn't very big. It's one of those like hole-in-the-wall kind of places, but they do have that show window because.
Is it really packed in here? Like, is there a lot of like little doodly doos?
Yes.
Is it like Howl's bedroom?
Yeah, and you're not really sure.
Are you bold in a china shop right now?
Yes.
And you're not really sure how much of these are actually magical, because that does happen. People will sell.
Well, I mean, this is literally Simone's shop, so Tel can navigate this.
Also, it seems that it's not just magic items he sells. He's also fond of selling little trinkets and baubles for.
Again,
Oh, we
it's
lost
just like
tchotchkes.
Simone's shop. Tel walks in and he goes, "Oh, it feels like home."
But this halfling is dressed in like some very shiny like silks, like a shiny blue kind of coat with like gold trim and stuff.
Fancy.
And he's got a pipe in one hand. Seems very relaxed. Ah,
Does the pipe look familiar?
no.
Lead
Okay.
pipe?
Huh?
Is it like a lead pipe?
Or would
No. So this pipe
That's fine.
this pipe in particular, it's like very long and slender at one end, and it's not you. This is not Farron's pipe.
Yeah, I was afraid.
He looks like this man has had this for a very long time.
Cool.
well-loved pipe.
Yes. Hello. So, how can I help you?
Good morning. So we were passing by, and I saw the staff that you have displayed in the window.
Ah, yes. Lovely piece, isn't it?
It is. I was wondering where you may have gotten that.
Oh, well, a lovely lady came by and offered to sell the staff. Had to appraise it, of course, but after seeing that it was genuine, bought it off of her for, I think it was about 10,000 gold.
All right.
Hefty sum, but
I mean,
worth it.
it's a good staff. What was?
Are you
Farron's
interested in purchasing it?
staff? What was Farron's staff? It was a staff of.
It was a
something.
staff of the woodlands, I believe.
I do not have that much.
Yeah,
money.
staff of the woodlands.
Jade.
So, the reason that I ask is, one of our good friends, has gone missing, and he was carrying that before. So we're investigating. So that's why I
Oh.
was curious.
Oh
Could you
my.
describe to me the woman who sold it to you? Tell is trying very hard not to like make this shopkeeper afraid that Tell is coming after him about
Yeah.
this. He is clearly innocent of anything going on.
Or is
Yes.
he?
Well, if that is the
Tell's
case,
not that
I can
suspicious.
understand you wanting to speak with the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nakane. Can you describe what Mimi looked like again?
Oh no!
She is a half elf. She's about Nakane's height. She's got the same, like, she's got green eyes. Long brown hair. Would either be worn in like fully down or half up, where it'd be like braided like through here.
Like a crown braid?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably would be wearing like a long skirt, brown boots, and like a pink
Yeah,
top.
the dress is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But he describes as a fairly plainly dressed woman, not very flashy, but she had a bag of holding, which is where she procured the staff from and
Alright.
presented it. I asked her about the bag of holding, but of course she said that she still needed it. So. Which, understandable. They're very, very popular items.
I heard clown braids.
That's okay. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you. I was
Of course. And if it helps, it was maybe a day or so ago that she stopped by.
Okay.
It's very hard to tell with all the festivities going on.
yes, of course. And she wasn't accompanied by anyone. She was alone. As
Nope,
far as you
came
saw?
in by herself, left alone.
She acting strange at all? That you
No.
noticed?
Not that I could tell.
Okay.
Although, I guess there was at least one point that she looked over her shoulder, but I just assumed she heard something.
Screaming internally. More screaming internally.
Screaming externally. Ah!
Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. That is all very, very helpful. Now,
Of course, I wish I could do more, but with an investment like I made, it's very hard for me to give up.
that absolutely makes
Yes.
sense. However, I am curious.
Make wild magic happen to Magic Shop. Magic Shop, what happens to Tell?
Help me.
Alright, roll a D100.
Well, with all of the magic items in this magic shop, like, I'm sure something
Yeah.
like this is not
I like that this was specifically wild magic to Magic Shop.
Yeah. With Tell as the presumed victim.
in this poor
Oh, no.
halfling. Yeah, wild magic in the magic shop.
Did you roll a D100?
Um, 29.
Tell comes out and all his clothes are fucking yellow.
Help me.
Rainbow.
You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
Is there even enough room?
Well, there's a show window.
You know,
Is it 60? Is it within 60 feet or 60 feet total?
I
have to teleport.
Up to 60 feet.
Up to 60 feet.
yeah,
Would the Magic Shop be teleporting?
No.
that'd be funny.
No,
A
that,
teleporting magic shop.
Yeah, so pick a point up to 60 feet away.
I guess the furthest point from where I am standing that is still in the magic shop.
Alright. the shopkeep magically appears outside of the magic shop.
Nakane goes, hello.
Oh shit.
Aldwin is standing out.
Damn it! Not again!
Aldwin standing outside, suddenly halfling.
Suddenly an halfling.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Are you okay, sir?
Yes. The,
Magic shop.
Yes, I run the magic shop that you stand in front of.
Okay. Guessing our friend's still inside.
Well, I'm going to have to find whatever caused that.
It could be anything. Literally could have been anything.
How many times does this happen to him a month?
This is just normal for him. He's like, well,
There's just a faulty item.
in there somewhere.
Some wizards like to hawk off magic items that have some adverse properties to them without...
What kind of wizard would do that?
Sometimes it is very... Sometimes they are very difficult to discover.
Yeah, can completely understand. When you're in the magical item business, it can get a little tricky, I'm sure.
Well,
Do you know Dwandalia?
that buffoon? Yes, of course. A charlatan is what he is.
Do you know how to do the glitter bombs?
Those absurd things. I refuse to deal with glitter bombs.
But they work.
Oh, yes, in causing massive chaos.
No, you don't understand.
Well,
we've found a fixation for
well,
the panic.
We found a fixation.
Well, I apologize, but I have a shop to close down for the day. If you'll excuse me. And he'll...
Wait, what was your
What?
name?
Oh, you motherfucker. I almost got away with it. Marion!
Marion?
Yes, Marion.
Nice to meet you. Sorry about your whatever is going on inside your shop.
Well, unless one of you sold me a faulty magic item, it's not your
no.
fault. Anyway, have a fantastic festival. And then he walks inside. Tell her, are you still inside at this
Yeah.
point?
I have a question for him still.
Apologies for that. And
That's
then he's
alright.
gonna... We'll
be
have to make this
surprised.
quick. I will need to close the shop down.
Yeah, no problem. You know, you'd be surprised how much I'm actually used to that sort of thing happening. I grew up in the magic shop. I was curious because I think there might be something you can do to help me still. Is there a way? Because I mean, I am a collector, you could say, of all sorts of magic devices.
Of course.
And my coven mother, he runs a magic shop. So,
Coven Mother. Ah, that explains it.
the strange magic.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, not the strange magic that just happened. But the strange company you find. I guess. I'm assuming they're with you since they're standing out there.
They are with me, yes.
So you are a witch.
I am.
Wow, wonderful. It's good to see you around, at least. I've never met you before, but...
But witches in general, there are not many of us left.
Yes, especially with the disappearances as of recent.
It's true. Which I am looking into currently. I believe that the person who sold you this staff might be involved. So I would keep your eyes out and be careful.
All right.
But my actual question for you is, because that staff, you have, made a steep investment in it. I understand that. I wouldn't ask you to lower it just for the, the circumstances. However, are you open to trade to lower the coin cost? By chance?
Well, at this point you're talking business, and absolutely, you have something that you're willing to trade. I can look at lowering the cost to obtain the staff. Absolutely, but for now,
I'll let you handle this. We will come back another time.
I will keep the staff close by.
Thank you.
It is actually quite difficult to find buyers for an item such as this, but when you come across one, it's
Always a treat.
very difficult to obtain magic items from the alluring forest.
Yes.
This has all the hallmarks of which I can understand why you would want it back.
Nakane's like, that's my grandfather's staff.
Well, I'll let you handle this. We'll
Thank
be
you.
back another time to discuss business then.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And he will.
Yep, and he'll kind of like start to follow you out. The door will close behind you. Kind of pulls up a chair. Click. Actually, no. He would actually have a lock at his height.
That makes sense.
So he'd click, and then you see him like draw the curtains.
So I have some bad news.
Yeah?
The person who sold him the staff was Mimi. Most definitely, based on his description of her. So I think something very terrible has happened to Farron. So we should go find your grandmother now.
Yup, she's already gone. Like, Nakane would do like a military style about face and
go.
march.
Tell is going to sidle up next to Myth. Are you okay? No, I didn't think so. Do you need something? Can I do anything for you?
Nakane is going to let Tell handle like Myth's mental struggles because she's in no position at the moment. 'Cause this is a huge circle of I thought I killed you again.
Oh.
Ding dong dick.
Golly, ladies and gentlemen. I drew that with my left hand.
Cute.
I like rats.
Rats.
Cute. Where's his ears?
You're a rat.
Oh, there's his ear.
Yeah, I tried. It was my left hand.
All right.
That played a little while ago. I'm wondering if I can use Serenity to soothe Myth a little.
Let me get a meter on this. I'm gonna roll a D12 on a 10 rating. I have a solid 6 panic attack at the
Okay.
moment. So not completely unreasonable, but
Nakane's got full pissed off resting bitch face on right now.
You're putting off the kind of aura that some people like. They see you walking and they're just
And
like,
they
oh,
quickly
shit.
get out of the way.
The murder walk.
Yeah, the Bucky's murder walk.
Doesn't have any of her weapons, like just full on.
All right. So you guys arrive to the church of.
Nakane
arrives to the church tent first.
Nakane like would take a deep breath before going in. Realize that didn't really help, then go inside.
You do feel like a warm, comforting presence kind of lingering nearby you.
Is it small child going?
Yes. She's just gonna kind of. Tell's gonna
this
stick
is my
close
thunder
enough.
jacket.
Yes. Tell's gonna stick close enough to her that Serenity can kind of keep close to Myth and like soothe a little bit. She can't do anything like actually useful, but she can do a little soothe at least. Her presence is very calming.
I'm gonna need to get Myth a weighted blanket.
There's a post.
If there's ever a point that Tell like engages with Myth again, she might start doing the, my last party died.
Oh. We might have to have a heart-to-heart. That might need to happen.
Yeah. Tell and Myth are overdue for a heart-to-heart.
I think she's like very close to like that. Like,
I want to go on a life-changing mission with Zuko.
I'm going on a life-changing mission with Tell.
Witches are just therapists in my world.
I mean, honestly, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
That is what Simone does.
Therapist also for the dead.
Yep. Simone just starts pulling out, sees Myth and goes, "Oh boy!" Starts
Oh,
pulling out
boy.
weighted blankets
He's
from
totally,
like,
like-
somewhere.
There's
Oh,
a.
I got
I have
a
to
50
find
pound
the
weighted
post and send
blanket
it
for
to
this one.
50-pound weight.
Amen, help me with this.
And
Team lift.
fucking Convale, who's the biggest out of all of the witches, he's a hulky boy. Just scoops Smith up and like in the
Hold.
weight it like wraps her in a weighted
Go
blanket
on.
and just holds her. What?
Go on.
He just
And it's like, oh, I'm feeling other emotions now.
he simply cradle.
Still panicking, but other emotions.
But now I'm in the arms of a very big blonde man.
Oh.
Go on.
I've shown you Convale, right?
No.
I'll show
No.
him to you. I have to find this post also though. Okay, continue.
Alright, so.
Nakane's still trying to deep breathe, calm down. It's not working.
Not working.
Trying not to put off an aggressive aura in the like Church of Temp.
You,
Nakane. Look at me. We got this. We got this. I will stab him.
Perfect.
Okay.
Got it.
Deep breath in. Stab Aaron. Say it with me.
Stab Aaron.
Deep breath in. Stab Aaron.
Stab Aaron. Smash him with a hammer and then continues on.
Good? Better?
Yep.
Okay. That's how I get my frustrations out. I just dream about it.
I act upon it
Happy
half the
helping.
time.
Congrats, you have a murder therapist.
Yeah, Myth gets the gentle, the nice one who wants to talk. You get the murderer.
Well, that's the difference. Myth's problems are dead, and Nakane's are alive.
So dead. But also dead.
They're less dead than they're supposed to be. Or they're doing being dead
If you need
too
to re-dead your
vigorously.
problems, there's a problem.
It's being dead too vigorously.
Repeatedly re-dead my problems.
Vigorous re-deading. You need to have a mortem. Not a post-mortem, that would be celebrating too soon. A mortem.
The guy
Start
just
with
like
pre-mortem, also known
sighs.
as premeditation.
everyone hydrate.
I'm out of my drink.
I'm also out of mine. You could probably use a...
Oh yes, we should probably do a bio break. So, you guys will arrive in the Church of Temp. I will give you a recap on that. We're going to take a quick break so we can use the restroom, fill up our drinks,
All those things.
food, yep. And we will see you back in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Woo!
See you soon.
Tired of the road, tired of the sun. Miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore. We're traveling along on the barren moor. But that's alright, that's okay. 'Cause we'll drink ale anyway. Ninefoot grows heavy, stout grows trim. Harefoot gets hairy. Raise your flagons and fill 'em to the brim. That's alright and that's okay, 'cause we're all halflings anyway. This brew, that song, we dance together all night long. Dragon so dark, dark as night, failed to fly from the arrow's bite, fell from above on the tailor's house. Hey, everybody, get your dragon suit and blouse! This brew, that song, we danced together all night long. Tired of the road, tired of the sun, miss my missus and her home cooked buns. Our backs are bent, our feet are sore, been traveling long on the barren moor. But that's alright, that's okay, feels real anyway.
All the warmth and comforts that I miss upon the sea, the rest do look so paltry small when I compare to thee. Oh, Molly's bright, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Short on stature, laid out drink, as orphans parched and dry. Then run you ragged through the night, all head and eyes for your delight. Oh, Molly's bright, no other I can stand. I travel far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. Adored and so at home you'll feel when you're at Molly's dive. Till money's spent I'd not frequent another tavern of the night. Oh, Molly's bright, they'll take you by the hand. All those girls who laugh and tales recording on Molly's bright. And gals from distant lands, exotic, dark and fine. Just take your pick and enter in, the worries vanish in no time. Oh, Molly's bright, the most exotic band. And it's time to life from girls, just come and give the bride a twirl. To your every taste, be orc or elf or forfeit high. For a price they'll bring their friends and you'll be envied far and wide. Oh, Molly's bright, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Jump into a kraken's jaws or pluck out a beholder's eye. I'd do most anything I can to be with those sweet Molly's bride. Oh, Molly's bright, no other I can stand. I travel far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be. When it's time to go to sea, my heart will have a sigh, for I will miss a tumbling with lovely Molly's brides. Time in bed had been well spent, I'll fondly keep in mind the lovely face and other parts of fair sweet Molly's bride. Oh, Molly's bride, the best girls in the land. To your every need, there's no place that I'd rather be. Oh, Molly's bride, no other I can stand. Far and wide the sea, there's no place that I'd rather be.
despite of the seven seas, sailing with the Jolly Roger, boat is what we see. Aboard the vessel and get the copper, raise your kettles and have a fire. You blunder to fill 'em with plum.
We are buccaneers.
Now let's celebrate with rum.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine.
Once I was in the bridge, sailing through peaceful waters, quite 3 ships to the wind, when suddenly appears the Kraken.
Blow me down.
Must be the work of Davy Jones. Bring a spring upon her, for the love of Neptune, hey behold.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine.
All hands above, get the chest to the boat. Swim it to Scotland and get to the shore.
Land ho, me hearties.
Don't leave a piece of egg. Let's get to the coast where the fiddlers bring away. Finally got to the sun while the ship sinks in the water.
Son of a biscuit eater.
I really need a clap of thunder. We'll see each other again. You monster, I'll beat you up. Now let's find a place to drink and crack the gin stick up.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine.
Sing with me. Yeah.
Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko wine. Yo-ho, matey-ho, I tell you about boy. But before we hit the high tide, pour me another black Janko
To
wine.
like pet that cat so
You
that
want all their love.
he just wants all the love.
Alright, we were back a little bit early so we can bullshit a little bit more with all
He's
you guys.
definitely like
Just waiting on everyone
dozed
to come back.
with his head in my hand like this. Like was scratching his chin. He just put his full weight of his head on my hand, so I couldn't really scratch his
do much.
head because it was pinned against the floor. And he just laid it there and purred
Baby.
and then kind of dozed. He's very sweet. Very, very sweet boy. Adore
I
him.
actually don't know if we're even going to get through all those points.
I'll give you a point.
I needed to collect my thoughts and make sure that I was...
I love having pockets so big I can just take a can of soda and
Yeah. I mean, on my leggings that are like the big thigh pockets can do that. This is the only pair of jeans I've ever found that fit me, and of course they're like little baby teenagers jeans, so nothing fits in the pockets.
Did you realize you don't have your bone no more?
Oh, did Dad put it up?
We had to put it up because she was being
Butthead.
Yep.
She can have that another time. She's in timeout from it.
Alright. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Micah, you look dead. Oh, yeah, you look dead.
I still have to find this post for Micah.
For Kedvale.
No, not for Codvale. There's a different one that is making me laugh.
Oh my gosh.
About a
Is it
weighted
people
blanket.
Oh.
It is not people falling down, but it is a weighted blanket.
Alright, so. So, I actually realized that I wrote down the points of interest in the city, and that I had actually named temple, the Temple of the Sun.
Okay. So we are at the Temple of the Sun.
It was the temple on the south, not the boy.
Alright. Wow, brain. So, when you arrive, there is a service going on. So you kind of like quietly make your way around
Yep.
through the back.
Is angry, but still being respectful of the church, like, goers, you know? Like,
Yes.
it's not going to disrupt a service. It's a dick move.
Alright. You get a little further into the temple, and the service starts to quiet. Like, you kind of, the sound of the service is kind of just in the background. And further ahead, you hear Cat. No, I'm going to enjoy the festival if I want to.
That kind of, like, loosens her up a bit, and she just kind of starts chuckling, knowing that Kat is arguing with Dwaleth. And Kat will absolutely bust out a window, like, yeet herself out of the window if that means she gets to enjoy the festival. Break out of the hospital.
You've been taking good enough care of me. I'm fit as a fiddle.
Yes, Cat, you are.
Alduin?
Yeah. Beer.
Now this is who I like to see. Grabs the entire thing, and you just see her.
Up and
Yep.
She might need 2 of those.
I can produce like 12 gallons of
And-
beer a day. It's fine.
You see 12 go.
You might want to get Dwaleth one, too.
Please, a few more days of rest. Fuck no,
not-
I've been sleeping for months.
A few more days and the festival's gonna be close to ending, Dwell. If you gotta go out, let her go. Gotta enjoy it. It'll actually be good for her health when you consider it to get outside and get fresh air. She'll probably get some good food while she's out there, get some diversity in her diet.
You've gotten yourself into a lot of trouble yourself, haven't you?
Me? I'm a perfect angel. I don't ever get in trouble.
Deception check.
You about to lose. He grew up.
Is this with disadvantage?
I believe they have disadvantage on. No, they have wild magic on their next. No, you also have disadvantage on your next roll. Because that was something,
Rose gave you at the
nope,
start.
oops.
Oh, yeah. Adjusting.
So, yeah, I guess disadvantage.
16.
Dolph seems to be a bit distracted and just kind of whatever. Doesn't seem to actually care if you're telling the truth or not. We'll just take you at
And
face value.
Dwaleth, that means that you could potentially go enjoy the festival if you're not babysitting her. Dragnor's got his best brews in town.
Really? Thought he lost most of it in the Southern Spear.
He managed to salvage some of it.
He had, I think he said that he sent some ahead of time, didn't he?
Yeah, a few, but not enough to really participate in the...
He can't really participate in the contest, but I'm sure he would have, knowing him, set aside for you.
Of course, the year that Dragnor is going to lose is the year he can't even participate.
How many years now has he won?
He hasn't participated in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Though, The one where he won that. Or no, you don't have your hammer on you.
No, it's in Tell's throat.
Where it should be.
Dragnor's prized hammer.
Yeah.
Now that he got from the one time he decided to participate. Humble little bastard.
Yeah, something tells me he's probably got. Knowing him, he probably has some set aside for us. I had some not too long ago that he set aside for us.
I sure hope so.
That and then there's the Hilda brandy bar. That's pretty damn good.
Oh, so much fun to be had. You still need to take it easy.
Dwalith, go have fun. You've also been working nonstop for how many months now?
Yes.
You do deserve a break.
Yes, well, with all this errand business and...
Nakane makes a face. Nakane makes a face and just looks at Dwalith. And also looks at Kat and is still making that face.
That's actually what we're here about.
Yeah.
It sure the fuck is.
And this is why I can't get a vacation.
Tell me about it.
Well, if you go hang out with Dragnor, it'll be vacation, but you'll still be around Dragnor.
Which is a vacation. He's covered. He should still be covered in glitter.
Well, I was thinking, Dragnor is some kind of fighter warrior, so he should be able to.
He just kind of mumbles under his breath and just kind of.
That being said,
Yes, enjoy the festival.
The reason we came here is because we were out walking around and we
saw Faerun's staff in a magic shop, Grandma.
Yeah.
After he has been missing for days.
I only woke up a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. But if I didn't tell you almost as soon as I found out, it'd be worse.
First of all, his staff? I thought he just had some cheap staff that he...
Oh, he didn't have that staff yet.
No, he picked up a much nicer one upon our travels.
It was the staff of the woodlands. Something specific to his homeland.
It was a druidy staff, but
of course it is.
we saw his staff in a magic shop window, and it was sold to the magic shop by someone matching the description of
my mother.
And people have been disappearing in town by someone matching the description of
my father. My sperm donor.
I take a few months of, not very
Oh,
restful
and also
sleep.
the staff was sold to the shopkeep by Mimi.
Yeah, we got that.
Oh.
Yes.
Um.
The fuck did that asshole do?
A memory spell on her spirit?
And also on several others, because I have a spirit attached to me right now who he also did it to, and made him think that Nakane killed him.
First of all, you and I are gonna have to have a drink.
Okay.
Second of all, I need a goddamn drink.
Beer.
There we go.
This is all well and good. This is the Festival of Holy Water.
Reaches into his bag and pulls out a little flask of whiskey.
I also got.
Hands you the alchemy jug bag.
Elwyn drinks it.
Also, I have to go grab it. No, actually, I put it in Tell's throat. But I did. She's bored, was talking to herself.
Timothy, you good?
But
I will get you more.
She's good for it.
Are you okay?
I was opening my throat for Nakane.
Oh, I thought you were praying, Timothy. Doing your prayers. Before the Lord.
My prayers to Satan, Mother.
My prayers to Satan, Mother.
That's my bad.
She hands the bottle back.
I thought it was Nami.
Hi, Pupper. Grumble.
I've been asleep too long, and therefore sober for far too long.
Yeah. I haven't been sober this whole week.
I haven't
I haven't been
babysitting
sober.
the lot of you.
I haven't been sober in months.
It only took me going into a coma for my granddaughter to finally outdrink me. But now I'm awake.
And I'm screwed.
Gonna take that title back.
I could outdrink you, Cat.
Oh, you think so?
Let's look at. Did Dwalif leave?
Dwalif has already left. He's like, enjoy the festival. He wandered off.
Nakade from Tell's throat would pull out that bottle of really nice Elithral wine that she procured and hands it to her grandmother and be like, this is from Elithral.
Oh man, you
And
guys saved a bottle?
I bought 3. They're all in Tell's throat.
We bartered all ours away.
I have more.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alwyn sidles closer to Tell.
You went to Elithral.
Yes.
I have 2 bottles. You'll have to do something nice
That
for me.
explains the fairy.
Make a really bad joke.
And then just Titty disappears. Oh,
To be fair,
shit.
tell me what it
Did
means.
he think he was being sneaky?
Yes.
She can see you.
Well, see is see's a different term. Feel, more specifically. See.
You think a fairy or a sprite, and is it offensive if we call you the wrong one?
Titties just kind of blink slowly.
Are fairies, pixies, and sprites the same thing?
So fairies are just another word for the fae. So really,
Myth is asking him.
oh, him. Fairies?
Yeah, what is your taxonomy?
Yeah.
Taxonomy?
Are you a pixie?
What the? Huh?
What do you call yourself besides titties? Like, your people.
How hard is Cat laughing now that we're calling this Fae titties, by the way?
Oh, she's dying silently. She's holding back.
Laughing so hard that
Or were you
tissue
a
sound
sprite?
comes out.
Yes?
Pixie?
Nymph? A sylph, even.
Okay. Pixies?
Are you just like a mini elf?
That's offensive.
Okay, so that's
See,
offensive.
okay. Good to know.
I am not an elf. Do I have pointy ears?
Does he?
Yes,
You do have pointy ears, titties.
that is true.
You've long.
But I'm not as big as them.
But
That's
so
why I
you
said
would call
miniature.
yourself a pixie.
No. I'm a sprite. The pixie's,
Sprite.
older.
So, hold on. So you're sprite. So when you get older, you become a pixie.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
So it's actually a like
if you were to become a pixie, what would change about you?
Well, I'd have a bit more magic.
Okay. And then if you were a pixie for a really long time.
Okay. Do you know how magic works?
Yeah, but I don't know how it works for you.
Okay. You know that while you can practice and get better with magic, we can't.
Okay.
oh, so it's just an innate thing.
Yeah.
So like a really old
So-
pixie is
I don't know.
So kind of like my magic because I just get it.
There's a lot of things that can change.
Could you
Do
become...
you get bigger the more magic you get?
No, that's stupid.
So, like, if you got less... What were you as a baby? Were you still a sprite? When you first...
But we had steel babies.
When you
No, but
were
when you were a baby.
as young as you could possibly be as...
How the fuck am I
Baby.
supposed to remember that?
How long ago was it?
I don't know!
It's like asking you how old you are.
I don't know either!
Exactly.
A couple centuries?
So have you been a
I don't
sprite?
keep track of that.
Have you
Okay,
been
so a couple
sprite your
centuries
whole
ago,
life?
were you a Sprite? Or were you like a 7-Up?
I don't remember.
Did you start as like
gonna hit
something
you.
else?
I don't remember!
Nakane grabs Aldwin's alchemy
Did you have
jug
friends
and
when you were
upends it.
small?
You
better
see Titty
refill
grabs his head. Oh my god, I don't know! And he just kind of flies off.
Same.
Alvin holds his hand out for a high five from Myth.
I don't know if I'm supposed to high five you or not. I was curious.
So was I, but I like antagonizing people to the point they run away.
So that was titties.
So were those. And those. And those.
Don't.
Listen, your grandma's got titties. You're just gonna have to deal with the fact.
He does make a good point.
Why stop?
Anyway, booze! And she's going to
Boobs?
storm out. She just doesn't even dignify that with
Why
a
not
response.
both? And she Nakane walks out.
True.
You sure you want to say that?
Listen, that was one time. And you
I'm
guys
still having a panic attack. I
Yeah.
wasn't actually.
Oh. We should probably pick Myth up a weighted blanket.
I found the post also. I sent it to you. And I sent you Cudvale.
I'm going to thirst for a moment. Excuse me.
Are you
See,
guys
she's
saying
not
anything? Or are you?
See, Tal, she's not as scary as you thought.
You telling stories about me?
Yes.
Just a few here and there.
I'm not nearly as bad as she says I am.
Her
You're
daughter's
right, you're worse.
Oh yeah, no, he can.
Let me
hold
see,
me
I wanna
bundled
see.
in a blanket.
Cudvale.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
He thinks that shirts are an affront to the gods.
it
doesn't-
sure
Oh,
is.
hold on,
Not
hold on, hold on.
wrong.
They sure is.
Yeah, I agree. He should not ever wear
no,
shirts.
never.
He's not wrong.
Never put a shirt on ever. Nakane's a lesbian and be like, if I had to pick a guy,
I know you're ace, but
That's one of the ones in prison.
Got it.
yeah.
I understand why all of
Is
you
he
are
working
so
out in
fucking
prison?
nerdy.
Is like he that guy that just sits there and does sit-ups for like hours on end?
Yes.
Yeah, Nakane'd be like,
God.
no, I might be gay, but if I had to pick a guy,
His
You literally already picked a guy.
if I had to pick another guy.
Did she pick a guy or did she drunkenly happen to stumble upon a guy?
If I had to pick a guy sober,
Wow. Okay. So I'm not good enough for sober Nakai.
His familiar is also a dire
boobs.
go on.
fuzzy baby. Anyway,
Sorry.
what the
Not tell. Cat is.
On a mission.
Yep.
to get drunk?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, our goal is to be out and about anyway.
Yeah, and if he sees her,
If we could maybe stop by near the scene of the crime so I can stop into that butcher shop.
I have a message. to
I will
deliver.
start trailing the group in hiding.
Okay.
I will be using my second story work trait to stay up high and out of the way.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
That seems like it would be a lot easier to do during the festival.
Ooh.
Do we get our free inspo?
Oh yeah.
That's a
vampire.
32.
I'll let you draw your own conclusions.
Parkour Eldwin disappears.
Nakane's still raging inside, but has a little bit more control than the initial news, and is now hung back with Myth, and is like trying to be a source of strength
Eldwin peers
without
out of
like
balloons.
without like crowding her, because she knows that could be worse.
Silently humming the Mission Impossible theme to himself.
Don't know where they picked that up.
He doesn't know either.
Probably the same universe where he met Indiana Bones.
Grant disadvantage to Eldwin, says Jade.
Too late, I already rolled stealth.
For now.
For now.
Next roll.
But see, Jade is letting you get to where you want to go before you fail.
Yeah, right. Before you have to do the stabby stabs.
Alright, so Cat makes it not very far before she is already at
A booth.
a booth trying to get a drink. What? Tickets? Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I have those. He pulls
that's
his massive amount of tickets out of his throat. We have lots of these.
What if he just did it like a take?
Yes! No, good idea. He kind of sidles up next to Kat and he goes, how many for what she wants?
One ticket.
He hands it over.
I need to keep you around.
I am useful for some things.
Nakane would grab a ticket from Tal and go and grab like a sweetbread for Myth.
He pulls like a length of them out and gives everybody at least 2 tickets for like getting drinks and things while they're walking.
Eldwin is sitting up between two banners just going, I want a drink.
Do you have your own tickets? Thief Eldwin?
You might.
Probably, maybe.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm not down there in the crowd. I can't get myself a goddamn drink.
Eldwin, second story work. Underside the beer tent.
You say, why the fuck do you need tickets?
Yeah, you can just yoink some drinks.
Just uses his grapple hook to just like rappel down the building, grab the drink, and pull himself back up. Hey Jake, I have an idea for a magic item.
Nakane would come back with like
An auto-retracting grapple hook.
a sweetbread and like some hot, like nothing with alcohol in it, because just in case like alcohol would make Myth feel worse, but like a hot cider drink and like.
Myth would probably like do the autopilot, like accept drink, take a sip. Could have been a hot drink, could have been a cold drink.
Nakane's trying.
Tell is still sticking fairly close to Myth so that Serenity can be gentle. Mm-hmm. And part calm.
Alright. It'll take you guys some time to get through, but unless you guys, like, usher Cat that you guys are trying to go see Dragnor, she is very thoroughly distracted.
Nakane would probably mention it offhand and be like, hey Grandma, Dragnor made it out.
Yeah, 1 second. After this, and she plays one of those strength games.
Is it the one Nakane played?
Yes.
Does she beat Nakane's score?
Absolutely.
Nakane's
destroys
going.
him.
You beat me.
Of course I have, dear. I've been doing this a lot longer.
Different energies from our parents. Our grandparents' parents.
Almost terrible. Never let Cat meet Bethel. Never let Cat meet Bethel.
Oh, that
The-
could happen.
Yeah, that could happen.
Oh, it could happen. That was not previously a possibility.
No, the coma was the thing holding back.
And the city of gold distance to the southern sphere.
There were so many things between them.
When worlds collide.
There were so many things between them.
The convergence of the spheres.
God.
Alright. So, Eventually, you guys will make your way to the Tired Dagger, where Dragnor has been.
Setting up shop.
There's a little blue whetstone for it if your dagger's tired, if you know what I mean.
Magical Viagra.
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 Viera?
Viagra.
Viagra.
Thirsty motherfuckers.
Jake, we
Say
need,
shit.
we need you to add bunny people to your world.
No, you don't need to do this.
Yeah, you do.
You don't need to do this.
Love to.
I'm... Moving on.
Just don't add cat girls, because I'll start
There's
collecting them.
already cat folk. Remember
I technically
around
have a
Burgundy
ghost
is
cat
here.
folk with me right now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
too late. The cat girls are here. Like Yeehaw or whatever.
I hate you.
Not as much as I hate all of you.
Like in Yeehaw or whatever.
Like Yeehaw or whatever.
Yeah, I heard yeehaw, which is even funnier.
I like your version better, but I need
Like in yeehaw or whatever.
I thought you said Nyaha. Nya.
We're all just
Yeehaw.
we're fucking this up in so
Yeehaw.
many ways,
No,
y'all.
yin ya.
It's
Nya.
just
All right, you guys make it to the Tired Dagger. Alduin, you're still Mission Impossible-ing
whatever.
your way around.
Parkour.
as Aldwin's. Oh no, you have shit perception. Never mind.
I can't remember. The last time Dragnor saw you, was Alduin with you?
No.
No. Well, yes.
Yes.
Because that was when we drank with the Autumn Night.
Autumn Night.
Yeah.
That
Right.
was immediately after Naked Aldwin happened.
It can all happen.
Oh, yeah, and then you guys came back in. Dragnor knew you disappeared. Okay.
Yep.
So you guys enter the Tired Dagger. Of course, there's still quite a bit going on, because now it's earlier in the morning now, but it's not early.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been walking around, you guys have been
Yeah.
talking and doing stuff. And Dragnor eventually manages to kind of get away from what he's doing. Any luck on finding Alduin?
Yeah, we found a different one this morning when we woke up. It's becoming a common occurrence.
He's gone again.
Yeah. But we actually kind of know why, so he's fine.
Understood. Well. And then he sees Cat kind of like lingering back because,
Cat just like.
well, I'm treating Cat like Erica at conventions.
Oh,
She knows
she
everybody.
has not seen Dragnor yet.
She has not seen Dragnor yet. She is in the process of getting in the front door.
Yeah, so she'll be to the table sometime in the next 10 minutes to 2 hours.
But Dragnor spots her.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
convinced
Lord.
we convinced Walleth to let her out early. By bribing him with booze.
And what booze did you bribe him with?
Hildebrandy and told him that you were in town. And knowing you, you definitely have some stock set aside for this
Nope.
group.
There goes a cask.
She
We might
points
need a
over
casket,
her
too.
shoulder at Grandma, too.
Knew that the moment I saw her. It was Dwalif I was also concerned about.
At least they're up and about.
Yeah, well, Dwalif has a better reason as to why he can drink so much.
Yeah, well.
Cat should be dead. The fuck you talking about me for?
9 lives.
Cat is literally the definition of like you waking up from a coma to text your friends, I lived, bitch.
One moment. He's gonna head back. Show up and bastard leaves.
He'll be right
I
back.
think he's getting you something.
I think he's probably already getting into the drinks for you, Grandma.
Oh, wonderful. Alright. You, takes a little bit and you see Dragnor come out with a tray full of mugs. Alright. Sets it down on the table, and then he's going to sit down with you, but he has made himself a mug of water.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, he's working.
He has made himself a mug of water.
Yeah, he's pre-gaming.
Well, he had to boil.
Fixed it.
He had to boil it first, make sure there was nothing in it.
I'm sure that is not how it works in this large.
No, they do have aqueducts and running water.
He fixed himself.
Ah, yes, had to add the finest waters from Blindalk Lake with a touch of seawater.
I picture
With a touch of lemon.
Dragnor setting out all of the bar things, like the spoon, and then putting the water in the shaker, shaking it, and pouring it in.
Hey, if you want to chill your water, I guess.
You know what? I could see him absolutely doing that to one, fuck with Kat after a night of her binge drinking, and two, to get her to drink water. Like, he says, I'll make you something special, Kat. And just sets down, like, makes a whole show of it,
water.
sets down a glass of water, but like, bet you can't chug that. And she's like, deal! And he's
Son
like,
of a bitch, here's a real one.
It works every time.
The only magic trick he knows is how to make it look like he's pouring liquor.
It's a good trick.
And all of you will sit down, and, or I guess I'm assuming you guys will sit down. And
Pop went down the wrong throat.
Don't do that.
And Kat lifts the mug,
Went down the wrong bite.
takes a drink. She doesn't finish it though. Not.
No,
you can
she's
tell. You
savoring
can tell
it.
her.
You missed that, huh?
Through all this festival we've walked so far, never realized I would have missed this as much as I did.
Well, considering home is frozen under a block of ice.
It's good to see you too, Kat. Well, it's been a very busy few days.
Tell me about it.
Well, I have some information for you. Mm-hmm. There's a building that will suit us just fine for the Adventuring Guild.
Oh, perfect.
The what?
We're starting an adventurers guild in this.
You're not there.
Oh, I'm not there, that's right.
You're hiding.
I forgot that he wasn't there.
Is there a skylight? Can I hide up in the rafters like a fucking creep?
Do you want to enter the building to be sneaky?
Or are you trying to see if somebody else is staking us out?
That's kind of what I've been thinking. I'm trying to watch you guys and watch your surroundings to see if anyone else is watching you. So yes, I probably would try and enter the building.
Alright. This time I am... Wait, so what is the second story thing again? I haven't heard that one before. But I...
It's because no one plays thieves.
Yeah. With your non-existent perception.
Yeah.
God, yeah, you're like trying to watch her. You're not seeing shit. You got no
I mean,
perception.
would it be perception or would it be investigation?
Perception. Investigation is when you have the things laid out before you and you're just trying to Sherlock Holmes it.
That's basically what I'm doing. It's everyone like they're
have-
there.
but
I
you
just
have-
have to.
You have to see the clues to catch that someone's watching them.
Noticing something that you don't know it's there yet.
To notice the person that is watching them.
They too have rolled a stealth check if they are in fact watching.
Mages, not mages, depending on them.
I'm only asking about that second story thing because of acrobatics.
It doesn't do anything with acrobatics.
Okay.
You gain the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs you extra movement. In addition, when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
So I can climb faster and jump longer.
Alright.
Parkour.
So, a few things are going to happen. You're either going to have to find an entry point into the building, or you're going to have to sneak through the front door, which I guess is an entry point, but is slightly different than some other options you may have.
So I have the studded leather armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be okay with that being glamored studded leather?
Go for it.
Then he'll actually, like, change up his outfit to be something, like, bright and cheery to blend in with the crowd and just try to walk in through the front door.
Okay, because you are changing stealth tactics, you are going to have to roll again. And also, I'm going to need you to roll the D100.
Why?
Because I'm going to make the wild magic happen on the glamored stuff.
My stealth is 21.
Okay.
78 for wild magic.
We've had a lot of wild magic happen this game, this session.
What is your spell saving throw?
Oh no.
Because I need you to save against yourself.
17.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw against that. Let me double check that. It is wisdom.
Glad that was cocked.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
I'm using that, but it's over there, so I'm just going to roll one of my regular dice.
Sounds good.
Shit. 13.
Okay. You kind of sneak down the building, kind of like sliding down the side in the alleyway, and kind of go out into you go to glamour your clothing to hide with the crowd. You manage to, like, you walk out into the crowd.
I've decided I am becoming worse.
And there's a few people who are kind of looking down at you, and you realize, wait, looking down at me. You look down and you see hooves. You have transformed into a sheep.
So is this similar rules to polymorph where my clothes...
This is polymorph.
Okay.
How do you react from here? You are a sheep in the middle of the road.
I need to look up the mental stats for a sheep.
Headbutt nearest person.
All right. So while Alduin is now having to deal with being a sheep, we're going to go back inside for a little bit to continue the discussion.
Oh boy.
Dragnar goes, well, the building, that would be perfect. The one problem we have is that the cost.
Yeah, that's...
It's about 20,000 gold. So, unless we can come up with a quick way to make some money, or find a way to convince,
Why is there a sheep?
But, shoot! Get out of here!
Where did this sheep come from?
Alvin will go up and start chewing on the tablecloth.
You see Dragnor just fucking smack you, like, across, like, by the face, just to, like, get out! No! Doesn't do any damage, it's just
a whap. Are you okay over there, man?
Good morning.
Aldwin's a sheep.
Do you need to go lay down? Okay.
Okay, go lay down. I love you.
CB.
Aww. Honey.
Myth is just gonna kind of have that 1,000-yard stare for a little while.
That's fair. Why sheep?
I don't.
Where did it come from?
You know what's funny?
Huh?
It's a male sheep. He's a ram.
Uh-huh.
You have the same horns.
Dadnor.
Alright, hold on. And he's going to stand up, pick Alduin up,
Man.
walk to the front door, open it, and toss Alduin out. Ah, animals, why?
That's so weird.
Now, a sheep only has 2 intelligence. So, I don't know what I was doing, but these people look familiar, so I'm going back in.
So while Dragnor is distracted by having to combat Alduin the Ram from getting into the tavern, which at this point has come down to him holding the door shut, as Alduin is probably
Yes. Like, thud! Thunk! Does the door open inwards?
yes.
So he's just like posted up against it like, no, not the sheep.
God.
I'm gonna guess some teenagers probably pulled a prank and let some sheep out, I guess.
But really, you're starting an adventurers guild.
We're trying, at least, to try and help gather more information.
Yes, because we have those, what are they called again? The Durgans? The big guys? What are they called?
Abyssals.
Yeah, but what are we...
Abysses.
What are we calling them? Not the Guardians. Like, what's the...
Oh, the big bads that you guys have encountered so
Yeah, what are we calling them?
far? The generals, I think?
The Generals.
The generals, yeah.
Yes.
Because they were... Because I think you guys got the lore on that.
We did.
Yeah, which was the generals of Caldera.
Well, we have the generals to worry about, and I think it would be prudent for us to have a little bit more force at hand to deal with both maybe them and also the problems that they cause, because based exclusively on Felina,
Wait, hold on. Felina?
it was on fire because one of the generals was there.
All right. I've missed a lot.
The whole city fucking on fire. So like and then obviously the Southern Spear, a mess, right? So I think to deal with all of those problems that they are causing also, we need a force.
So
It can't just be us.
So that's who I fought. Damn it.
Alduin gets a running start at the door.
Dragnor gets an impending sense of dread when the headbutting kind of stops. All right.
Contested strength check.
Yep.
God damn it.
Aldwin the sheep versus Dad.
11.
He is just a sheep.
All right. You charge forward with as much might as you can think. Dragnor opens the door. And you see him on the floor with his leg now out. A ram trips, skidding across the floor. But right before the end of it,
Alduin.
it's Alduin. So he's just face planted on the tavern floor.
Ah, that explains so much now.
It sure does.
At this point, everyone in the bar is looking at you. You have failed your stealth check.
Drinks on me!
Yeah!
How are you gonna pay for that?
One way to deal with the problem, I suppose.
I got 2,300 gold. What's gonna cost me to buy rounds for everyone? 100 gold?
Yeah.
About that.
Our last.
Dragnor sighs. Making an old man work, and then make him work harder.
Does anyone have one of the dry erase markers? Mm-mm. Where did they all go?
Are they over here?
That's wet erase. That's a permanent marker.
We just got a... Oh, you got one right there in front of you.
Do I?
Yeah, they're in front of your pizza.
Trying to send some dude. I'm like, ah, shit.
That's one.
Yeah, while you rolled a strength check, I rolled a dexterity check.
Wow, this one sucks.
Why don't we have money for the Adventurers Guild? Entire party looks at Aldwin.
We haven't robbed a bank in a while. That's
And
probably
also,
why.
Farron had so much
Correction,
of the
I
money.
robbed a bank recently. It was just catnip.
Also, Farron had like,
All of our money.
Tal has been bankrolling, and he has spent a lot of his gold bankrolling other characters.
Yeah, I've only got 640.
So,
I'm a
what's
poor
going
mercenary.
on? What are we talking about here?
Funding the Adventurers Guild.
How much money do we need?
20,000.
Adventurers Guild?
Dragnor comes over. You'll have to excuse me. You made quite a ruckus. And he walks off, and he starts serving drinks.
Eldon will actually go help him.
Okay.
What better way to observe the crowd than go serve the crowd?
That's true. So, alright.
And Eldon will make a kind of a show of it.
So you're trying, kind of like you're drawing attention on
Yeah.
purpose? Alright. Alright.
Because what I'm doing is that I'm paying attention to the people whose attention I don't draw.
Okay. So, in that case, go ahead and give me a performance check.
Not great, but I still have a good charisma. 9. Probably making a mess.
Absolutely. However, you are still entertaining. Entertaining in the same way that you entered the building.
I'm Three
Failure.
Stooges entertaining.
Yes.
Which is still entertainment. For a bunch of drunk people in a bar.
Some of them are so entertained that they kind of forget that you bring them a half-full mug because they're paying attention to you and just kind of laughing at you.
Oh, I know what I could do to serve drinks.
I need you to roll a D100.
Did I get fucking wild magicked again?
Jade.
Yes.
Jade!
Jade's trying
1.
to help. Oh my god, really?
Jade says, "I'll help you make it more
Actually-
entertaining."
I think that's a 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll again.
Is that the same one as earlier?
Nope.
Oh, I need to roll twice, don't I?
Nope.
97.
Music starts to play around you.
Oh, that's perfect.
Ethereal. Strange music that does draw several people's attention.
I have a great way to serve drinks that's also clumsy and explains why I'm spilling everyone's drinks. Mm-hmm. I put my stilts on.
Tell getting a feeling in the back of his head,
In his horns.
was not looking. Turns around. Ah! No! I will take them. I took everyone else's.
How many sets of stilts do you have in your
2.
throat?
Just trust me here.
Is this building tall enough?
Yeah.
Is the ceiling tall enough for these stilts? Though they were tall stilts.
Yeah, there's, well, you
I mean,
also...
have
you
shorter
think
ones?
you think they add like 3 or 4 feet. Alduin's just short of 6 foot, so that puts it at 10 foot. High vaulted ceilings. That's
Yeah,
Okay.
and
It's a
inside...
high vaulted ceiling.
Yeah, and inside the Tired Dagger, they want a higher ceiling on the first floor just because people are in there and moving around. It also gives a little bit better acoustics for whenever they have a bard in, so it's just nice to have that. You do kind of have to, like, dodge some of the, like, low rafters.
If you fuck this up, I am taking them from you.
That's where he ends up having to spill drinks, is when he's ducking underneath rafters.
Not quite coordinated
Yeah.
enough to keep everything steady.
Alright, so I will have you roll a perception, then an investigation.
Perception is 17. Investigation is 19.
Alright. I will get back to you in just a minute, as you are helping out with drinks. Cat's enjoying her beverage. So, you need money for an adventurer's guild.
Yeah, we're working on it.
You know, there is
someone would clip it so that I could
there's something you could always do, since it is the Festival of Holy Water. There is the tournament coming up. It's always near the end.
Which tournament?
Oh, the fighting one! At the Colosseum!
Oh, I had not thought of that.
I was just gonna rob someone.
Jesus Christ.
You're serving drinks.
Yeah, you're not here.
He dips by every now and then to like sits down, rests his ankles from having to stand on the stilts, then gets back up and walks away.
You see Cat kind of wave you over. Drink?
He like leans way down to give her the drink.
I was just gonna rob someone.
Yeah, that's what happens. He hands her a drink. Goes, oh, I was just gonna rob someone.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Probably shouldn't tell a cleric that.
Jade, no, they do not.
I mean, it'd be easy. I just steal a nice necklace or like a ring or something.
Yeah, I did forget about
Take the gem
that
out,
sort of
sell
thing.
the gem separately.
And if the
It'd be
fighting
nice.
tournament is not what you want to do, well, you could get less money, but there's always the eating contests.
I'll probably do the fighting tournament. I have some aggression to work off.
It's
True.
It is a little too late for you to enter in the brewing competition.
Oh, please, Grandma. Can you imagine me trying to brew alcohol?
Hey, you spent plenty of time around Dragnor.
Kane's now filing that away for when I retire from the order. Maybe.
We could
Yeah, we
see.
could enter the fighting tournament.
Well, we could also see about, because we do not necessarily have to fund this all ourselves. Like Simone, for example, owns a business in the city that I am from. He has benefactors that invest in his business because it gives.
Connections.
I mean, he provides for the city, right? If we find wealthy benefactors to fund parts of our.
Hold on. Alduin sits down with everyone and kicks his stilted feet way out. I had an idea. And before you shut it down, hear me out.
We are not robbing anyone.
No. What if we get Mr. Nibbles to invest?
Nope.
I said hear me out. So we're having an issue where we need information in the city, and the best way to get it is to have spies throughout the city. If we get an investor that's already got a network of spies in the city, we can utilize his resources.
That's
Okay.
resources, though, not funding.
Can you trust him?
No.
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 He has my entire family in prison.
But we make the business profitable, we can trust him to want money. Okay. Now.
But do we want to start this off with getting involved with criminals when this is an adventurer's guild?
No.
Because this is not like a rogues guild or an assassin's guild, right? This is not an official capacity of any kind. This man is a mob boss in the Undercity.
Very true.
Well, you've
maybe-
had an exciting several months.
Oh, Grandma, you have no idea.
This is just this week.
Yeah.
I come to this city and I find out that my family is being held hostage in a prison by a cat, who is also a mob boss.
To be fair, I'm also a criminal.
We are all technically criminals, but we are not mob bosses.
Technically, Grandma, and us, not you.
Right, us. We.
Okay, little Miss Bar Fight.
It's not illegal.
Let's see.
It's just
There
frowned
was-
upon.
That bank.
So here was my. You are.
I
know
did get
you are a
arrested
criminal,
before
but-
you did.
My thought, however, though, my thought here is that we assisted a very wealthy. You said something about brewing.
Mm-hmm.
We assisted a very wealthy brewing man.
I don't know how I feel about being invested in by Hildebrandy.
I'm just saying, he is kind of an idiot and also has a lot of money. It would be easy for us to
And
convince him.
potentially in debt with the Cat Clan.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good point.
But we don't exactly know what that entails.
That, and I. Wait, was it?
Have you-
Was it the son who was indebted to?
We're not sure.
So you weren't sure if it was the son or if it
the
was
father,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I know I had made a decision at some point.
You did, but we never got that far. Because we hadn't gotten a chance to really talk to either of them in a minute, because Hildebrandy the 14th fucked off into the sunset. And Godbert is Godbert and probably suplexed his son into the sunset.
There's also, you know, if we are trying to make this national, right? If we are trying to set up shop effectively in various cities, if we can get my fucking family out of prison, Simone has a lot of connections. We could use those connections also to try to get funding.
I might know some people as well.
Right.
Well,
It's networking.
Especially people who are very interested in getting the Southern Spear back.
Right.
well,
Yes.
that's. What if we talk to merchants that have established trade lines set up? Because then we could use their trade lines for traveling for the guild as well.
Right.
And we could use the Adventurers Guild to cover
I am thinking.
bodyguarding for the merchant caravans between cities, and then they can do their adventures when they get to the cities.
Right. That's after though. We need the initial funding to
Yeah.
set everything up first. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
we establish that by going to merchants and basically drawing up a business plan saying, hey, this is what we want to do, but we need initial funding to get there.
Right.
Hey, Grandma, speaking of merchants, do you know where Jack's family's merchant shop set up? I know they're from the City of Gold.
That's right. We haven't seen Jack yet.
That's a connection.
Oh God.
Off the top of my head, I do not remember. However, your aunt might know.
Em's here?
She's here somewhere. I've yet to see her.
Assuming that she was relieved from duty for long enough. I do not know what the situation in the Silver City is like, so it is hard to say. If they are under siege, that's going to
Yeah,
be
they're gonna
difficult.
need her. Though something in my horns tells me she's here. I just haven't seen her.
Oh, if nothing's wrong, absolutely.
Yeah, because that's a connection too. Especially since Jack is an entrepreneur in his own right. He works in textiles as well as sex trade.
Well, I plan on spending the day enjoying myself, but I'll talk to Dwalif about getting some of my connections, see who still has access to their stuff. There's a lot that needs to be followed up on, unfortunately. Despite the festival happening, that is one reason Dwalif is so high-strung.
Yeah, this was supposed to be my vacation.
This is supposed to be vacation for a lot of people. But, just like your father, he manages to ruin everything.
The kind of just like does jazz hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's worse. The fact that you know your father's alive and he's a shithead, or the fact that I don't have one.
You have one?
I don't know who it is.
Well, that just means you. I wish I didn't know who my father was.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't be able to... At least you know your enemy. My dad might be an enemy, I don't even know.
True.
Are you your own father?
We're not going there. Because then that would technically mean I fucked my own mom.
Oh no. Oh
Welcome
no.
to Futurama. No.
I think that was the whole, you are your own grandfather.
Yeah, it was. He's his own grandfather.
Which, oddly enough, this is one of the weird cases that could happen.
Not going to.
Alright. So. Cat is willing to sit here and drink some more.
Yep.
Enjoy Dragnor's company. Dragnor eventually comes back. Sorry. Seems Alduin likes to cause more trouble.
Yep.
As always. Well, at least not as much as that, Popo fellow.
No kidding.
Popo?
He was a gnome artificer. That
Ooh, artificers are...
we went on an adventure with
I
once.
think a lot of them play with their own chemicals, if you know what I'm saying.
So do alchemists. But,
Dragnor, gonna give you a heads up.
oh no.
Oh
A
no.
little less than cheery news. We saw Farron's staff being sold in a magic shop. The shopkeeper said that the woman who sold it to him was my mother, by description that we got.
Well,
Having seen her that time in Felina, based on the description, it was definitely her.
part of me is saddened. Because, of course, Farron is gone. At least, that is how I'm assuming it.
Yeah.
The coincidence is too big to not
Yeah.
point to that.
Yeah.
Well, this begs the question, and it's something I hadn't considered until now. Why would Mimi sell his staff instead of getting rid of it? I don't imagine they need funds.
I don't know.
Well,
Her memory's fucked.
most magic items, you can't destroy them without drastic consequences.
Right, but she could have just dropped it in the sewer.
Could have.
No one would have found it down there.
And risk, who knows, picking it up?
I don't know.
I mean,
At least selling it would make it harder to obtain, because it was fucking expensive in the
I have
shop.
to ask, though. Why do you assume they don't need funds?
That's also true.
I
We
don't
did.
know.
I
did
imagine they
fucking wreck
just
them.
steal it. Is
So-
my point.
Well,
And if they killed Farron, they have all our money.
Oh, fuck.
well,
What
I don't
if-
know. It's weird.
did you guys tell Dragnor that you killed Aaron and Mimi already?
Yeah. We did.
Yeah, I think we went over. I think we told him at the same time that it was really bizarre that we killed him and he's back.
I should have caught on to the fact earlier than now, because I didn't feel any spirits afterwards. Not properly.
Well,
I would have expected at least Mimi.
my thought
Oh,
is.
motherfucker!
My thought is.
What?
It's Cat.
Grandma?
I have not been awake for terribly long,
No.
so my mind has not been as sharp.
No. Understandably so, though.
Granddaughter.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't call her
You-
granddaughter unless it's like...
Do you remember when I told you about your father the first time?
Yeah.
And how he got away?
Remind me, Jake, out of character real quick.
Well,
'Cause it's been a minute.
from what she told you, he had managed to basically avoid her
Yeah,
and get out of
vanish.
town.
Yeah, I do. There was no scrying magic in this plane or world that could find him.
Because I made a terrible mistake. See? He got away because I killed him.
Oh,
And clearly, that was not good enough.
So
I mean, he is a lich, right?
he was a necromancer before.
Liches are necromancers.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he's
However-
come back this many times.
However, liches have phylacteries. Necromancers, not necessarily.
No.
However, this is not the first case of this to be reported. I know what you do. I suggest finding a necromancer who is not your father. Well, actually, if you can find him,
Oh, I would
Problem
love to
solved.
find him. Yeah. If he would stay dead.
I suspect they may be able to give better insight on the kind of magic he uses. I wish I knew.
Yeah. Also, we found one of his books when we were back home. It's been turned over.
Okay.
He can modify the memories of the spirits of those who are dead. Mom's memories have been modified. It's no longer her.
You kind of hear a foot tapping on the floor. Kind of like underneath all the murmur and the chaos.
You might need a few more of those drinks, Grandma.
I will catch the lot of you later.
Yeah.
I have some things to work out. Yeah. And she's going to set her mug down. And you're going to see her stand up and just walk out the door.
It kind of goes, I didn't want to ruin her festival, Dragnor. You know that, but you know I had to tell her.
Well, as your mother put it, your father has a habit of ruining things. So, she doesn't blame you.
Yeah, I know. So I guess we gotta track down a necromancer, and the only ones I trust would be the one connected to my order, and hunting one of those down might be difficult. Because my main connection, I have no idea if she made it out of the Southern Sphere alive.
Who?
Sharia.
Sharia? I didn't realize she was your connection.
Yeah. Wait.
There's also a necromancer Aldwin.
You've run into a necromancer already?
I haven't run into him. I've come across his party.
During your switches?
Yeah.
Well, if Necromancer Aldwin happens to pop up, we'll be sure to ask him. However, that is not here,
Yeah,
there.
it's kind of...
And it doesn't seem like we can control the Eldwin we get.
No.
Oh, trust me. I've been trying.
So, Dragnor, judging by your reaction, did she make it out? Do you know?
I cannot say that, but I just did not realize that was your contact. She has made a few stops by the tavern, usually midday, but an odd one.
Yeah.
I did not honestly think she was all there.
Yeah, she's not. But she is. It's very bizarre. It's like she's there, she's not there at all unless you kind of prompt it with the right phrasing.
If you've been around that long as a necromancer, I suppose it makes sense to hide what you are.
Yeah. Gotta figure out how to find one that's legal in this city during the
Well-
Festival of Holy Water.
Would Would the Church of Temp keep records of necromancers they've come across and imprisoned and then had to let go because they were legal?
That sounds like a question for Kat.
Not going to go bother her right now.
We could ask the Church of Temp.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We could just go ask them.
You can leave Kat alone.
I probably shouldn't be there.
You probably shouldn't, no.
There are always the, God. This is Jake blanking on the name. Who the fuck handles, dead bodies? Not...
Undertakers?
Undertakers?
Yeah.
Morticians?
Undertakers. Morticians, I think it's
No,
much
that would
more...
fit.
Morticians prepare a body for funerals and burials.
Undertakers are the ones that take them from the mortician and bury them and then manage the graveyard, right?
Yes, and also I guess it sort of depends. An undertaker can also, come
Pick up
pick
bodies.
up a body. Like, if you have a dead body in your house, an undertaker would come and get it.
They work pretty hand
They
in
used to
hand.
kind of be the same thing a long time ago,
Yeah.
but now we've split it a little bit.
Yeah, so... Well, I guess in a city this big, they would actually
Could
separate
technically
those
be
roles.
Probably.
could technically be an undertaker or whatever the other one is.
Mortician.
Mortician. Could technically be a practicing necromancer, especially if it is one that
Even under the employment of the Temple of the Sun, they would still employ... They would be the ones who would actually employ morticians and undertakers. Because they are the church that's most closely associated with life. They're also, therefore, one of the more closely associated with the mirror aspect, death.
Especially in its capacity to, for everyday life. In that
Yeah, that they would...
funerals
They would,
are.
yeah. It's not that there's not really any public temples to Thanatos.
Right.
But because they are kind of so intertwined in their lore and stuff, often the Temple of the Sun does offer the kind of services that you would expect.
From a temple or from someone, or from a sect of
Yeah.
death.
and even a
I
member.
might be
They-
able to search the city too. I might be able to search the city too.
And
Thieves
even-
can't.
Separately.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, thieves can't.
I could look for identifying
even,
marks and
like-
say, hey, necromancer here. Or,
Right.
Or even a member of Nakane's order as a necromancer would be employed with
Right.
the Church
Honey
of Temp,
baby.
because the churches do work very closely together.
It's the Order of the Black Skull is just a different kind of sect of individuals who follow Thanatos. Like the individuals who would be the undertakers and the morticians, they would be necromancers in a sense, but since they are under the purview of...
Yeah. But they're at least a good starting vaulting
Yes.
point for...
It just so happens that a lot of them also happen to be members of secret death organizations.
Yeah, and it's very hard for secret death organization members to identify other secret death organization members.
Sounds like they don't want you
To
to
know.
know who everyone is.
Right.
So you can't spill the beans.
I mean, that's fair. That's why Nakane is, I guess you could say jokingly, handler with Sharia. Hilariously enough.
Okay, so...
Nakane got sidled with a crazy old bat as a handler.
Alright, so... I think this is actually where we're going to call it for today.
That's fine.
Mainly because
It's 11 o'clock at night.
it's 11 o'clock,
I have to drive back.
Yep.
and this is a perfect this is a good stopping point. We're at another decision place where you guys will start making other choices. I know it was a lot more of just kind of narrative and dialogue and stuff.
Don't
today,
care.
but-
I like
This is
narrative.
my favorite part.
Yeah, I like narrative and dialogue, even though it was
Rolling dice is
horrible.
great and all, but
Yeah, even though it was
This,
sad.
this is what we're really here for.
I
The,
love
the dice is just an avenue for us to
Get things done.
I love roleplay.
Nakane feels so bad because she's like, man, Grandma just woke up, but literally, if
Shit
she
is just going wrong.
yeah, but if like she also knew that if she hadn't like if she had tried to keep it a secret, probably from previous experience of trying to keep things locked down inside from her grandmother to not worry or, you know, that sort of thing, her grandmother, it was always worse.
Yeah.
Like the disappointment and the scolding or whatever it was always worse than if she had just come right out and said it. So on one hand, Nakane's like, man, I'm glad I told her, but on the other hand, this really fucking sucks. 1, she just woke up. 2, it's her favorite holiday. 3, fuck.
All right, so this is the point that I'm going to open it up to any questions that people have. Anything about the session that you guys are curious about, anything from past sessions that we referenced that you guys are confused on, and then, of course, to the lot of you, my question, how did you enjoy tonight's session?
Great.
I enjoyed.
Great. Love it.
I kind of hope that Greg and Kat meet, just because I think that would be so funny.
Oh, I have so many fun plans with all these characters that I've created for you guys.
I can't wait for Eamon and Gregory to meet.
Oh
That's
my
gonna be a whole
god,
thing.
that's gonna be a hoot.
A little gremlin boy. Mostly because I'm very curious how 2, like, high-ranked members of
Their
2
perspective
different courts might interact, especially with Eamon being Winter.
Yeah. So Jade has a question. I'm still waiting for the answer to Katie's question earlier. Did we ever find the chicken?
No.
No,
We have not.
not yet.
We have so many, like,
Don't worry.
I've given Gregory some pointers, though.
The
we have so many, like, loose story ends right now. You know, we're pursuing this thing with Fuckface McGee.
what's funny is I
And his
promise
undead wife.
they will all
Converge.
things will start to simplify eventually.
So
but
we've got that. We've got the Hildebrandy quest line with Greg and the Hildebrandys and Enkidu.
this is a murder mystery.
Scooby Doo.
There's still shit you guys got to work out.
Oh yeah. There's like so
And I
many
still have
things.
to get my fucking
You
family.
have to get your family out of jail, out of gay baby jail.
Gay baby jail.
We have to try and convince a cat that this is a necromancer that's causing this and his wife.
Woof. And that it's a bigger issue than just some guy running around.
Offing people.
Right.
Or making
They're like,
them
oh, actually, surprise, this is literally like a world-ending threat that we're dealing with, and it just happens to be in the city right now because we're also here. So the problem will probably be solved when we leave. So if you could just give me my family, please.
Stop ruining my life.
So funny.
All right. So right now I think we plan on playing next week unless we had
Yeah.
things
I don't have
planned.
anything right now.
Next week, yeah, that's fine. But the week after
Is
will
Annette's
be...
wedding.
I mean,
Wedding?
Annette's wedding is on a...
Oh.
Yeah, it's on It's on the 28th of next week, or two Saturdays from now.
Okay.
So you will not be here, and I will not be here, and Erica will not be here, and Michael will not be here. So you can play by yourself if you want. You can sit at the table and just be like,
How am I gonna get into your house? I don't know how the fucking stream works. I'll stream from home. I won't do that, actually. Shane will be home.
So, anything in particular you guys are excited about? Anything?
Setting my dad on fire.
All of it.
I mean,
Dropping him into a volcano.
I mean, apparently I just seem to be giving you more fuel for the kill
Kill
Aaron,
Aaron fire.
which
Dude, like literally, we've killed him. Cats killed him. He probably got eaten by, I don't know, insert monster here.
Rogue Aldwin is fun so far.
I love
Good.
it. I love
I like Rogue Aldwin so far. I don't get me wrong, like, Wizard, Sorcerer, Aldwin will always have, like, a special place in my heart.
Well, this is Rogue Sorcerer Aldwin.
Yeah.
He's not a pure... None of these characters will be pure rogues. They will all have the same level in Sorcerer.
But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
Wizard, Sorcerer, OG, Aldwin will always forever be, like, have a very special place in my heart. But it's very fun to see you explore other
That was
combos.
kind of the whole point of me doing it this way, was so I could explore different combinations of classes and play some subclasses that are not often played. So it kind of sucks a little bit that we're switching systems because I put a lot of work into this.
God.
I know. I'm hoping that the transition will actually be a lot easier. I know it's a lot of writing that you probably did, but should be. I'm hoping to make it an easy and painless conversion.
Yeah, we can figure it out. Like,
but if there are no other questions, I think it is a wonderful time for us to wrap up. We're going to go ahead and raid.
permanently polymorph him into
Yeah.
something and just
Tip it over.
shake the bottle.
Shake it.
No. It'll make it leak. Depth of Satan's eyes.
We'll just turn Aaron into like a bug and then put that bug in a jar and then seal it and then just shake it every now and
Jade
then.
says that Sheep Aldwin was the best part of the night.
That was so funny.
Matt.
Hello.
The fuck?
Aldwin chews on the tablecloth.
Absolutely delighted that.
You should have had him chew on Dragonor's apron.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and raid our friend Marine. He changed his channel name, but still the Marine I know. Yeah, so go ahead. He's playing a marble game.
Ooh.
So go ahead.
Is it Midnight Suns?
I don't think so.
You said a Marvel game?
Marble.
Oh.
Marbles on stream. All right, so yep, let's go give our friend Marine some love, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.